Welcome back to an episode of Dungeons, Dice Rolls, and Dumbasses. I'm your Dungeon Master Tyler, and today I'm joined by Mark playing,
Jester Raisin, Furbolg Sorcerer,
and Keegan playing,
handi-capable, Total Warlock.
as well as a missing Allison, played by the Dungeon Master. But we do have Brandon playing.
Zul'Dan and Yulia!
Is that what he sounds like?
No, he doesn't.
To us. And John
canon.
playing.
Vosh Moonblade, Rune Knight, Forge Cleric, Cobalt.
A man of many hats. And last but not least, Mark playing.
Frug fucker, smartest guy in the room.
Are you sure about that?
Got it on paper.
One of us has to be.
I don't see the contract.
All right. And where we last left off, the party had just finished going through a battle with a fairly powerful witch, as well as a ginger snap drake, a powerful cookie crumbled foe. And upon defeating the drake and the witch, they managed to save the young boy Hansel and revert him back from his cookie form. Upon their return to the town, they were hailed as heroes for slaying this witch and managed to sway the favor of magical creatures and other minor magics to be back in favor in the town. Perhaps if more of the witches were eliminated, magic would be welcomed once more. But after a bit of daytime snoozing, our party awakes to determine what they will do next, as you all had you had just taken some rest in the late afternoon, just having leveled up to level 9, and that was where we had left off. So Zul'Dan regaining contact with his deity, Vosh making this greater connection to Bahamut.
Yep.
And Keegan spending some of his time resting. I meant to say Hanu, my bad. Hanu spending some of his time, same kind of. One has a shell.
Similar.
One has invisible shells.
Yes.
But Hanu had spent some time both changing a green glowing gemstone amulet and attuning it to his patron's magic, turning this green gemstone into a cracked in multiple sections, filling in with this purple amethyst-like crystal, as the magic on it was more or less hijacked and overwritten by the Raven Queen, tapping into its power. And he also worked on decoding a book with your warlock powers. You're able to determine it was some kind of ciphered druidic language.
Ciphered druidic.
And I have left you with a little booklet of what it says.
Yes.
Don't know if you want to read or lead off on anything or not.
Can I read it now?
I will say, now that you guys have finished resting and spent some time, you have decoded it.
Frug, Frug is spending some quality time with Carpet, buying him a large meal and washing him.
Yeah, not the carpet's allowed. I feel like you still get some looks. Do you explain to anyone about the carpet or no?
I just fell in some chocolate. My cape took most of it.
Oh, strange cape. It looks, weird pattern. You know where it's from?
Yeah, I picked it up somewhere. It was laying on the floor.
Very stylish.
I agree.
Alright, anything for anyone else? So you're up and starting. So it is late afternoon now.
You've been sleeping at weird times.
Yeah.
Guess we'll grab lunch and I'll tell everybody
Does
It
Father Magnus want to
says-
talk with us or anything?
the little book that I found. It says,
I guess after everything that's happened.
So you had spoke to him as those things were happening.
yeah, we already did that.
Okay.
You Grinch did already talk to them, and that's where you had spoke in favor of, loosening up the magical things.
So the book says, my experiment draws to its completion. The giant battle construct nears completion, still needs controller. However, Xena's apprentice, the young girl, has proven more useful than expected should she survive the ritual. I may use her in the future, alas, we'll see what Ravina says, I think? Rowena?
Should we bring this to Magnus at this point, or should we,
No.
No. I don't trust that.
I do not trust that man.
that's fair enough.
Yeah.
I think some of this information needs to be kept within
So
the party.
so we need to keep an eye out for that girl in Rowena
I'm
then.
curious about that construction. Was
Yeah,
that,
well, I
was
wanna
that
know-
Hansel or is that something else?
Oh, what? No. Do you think he would be...
Well, he was
he
pretty
was-
big.
He was giant, but it says a giant battle construct needs controller.
Well,
Maybe.
I mean, that's one way to construct something.
Yeah, for
Maybe.
sure. Yeah, make a
Wait,
cookie
what?
monster. Maybe that was one of the experiments.
Because he still had
possible.
control of his mind, but his body.
Yeah,
was
exactly.
something
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Probably did pretty good.
I wonder if that was maybe like the start.
Maybe she also used his...
Would I think that the young girl is that one that we've seen in town?
Yeah, that's
Looks
that
like
sounds about right.
I want to leave that to you as player interpretation.
No.
At this point,
That's my interpretation.
Yes, that's
Same.
what I was thinking.
well, at this point, what should we do next? Because we have the information right now, but
Well, this says, well, if that's the case, then the young girl isn't one of the three witches. Because it says she's an apprentice to Xena. And then Rowena. So there's those two witches.
Right?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
The one that we just killed was.
Gotta love witchy names that all sound the same.
I
You know,
know.
Jared would name them like that. Probably a parent.
Yeah, I thought the one we just.
I'll save you the
Was
time
Lavina.
looking. The one you had just killed, because you had stuff that had it written, was Lavina.
Yeah,
Lavina, that's the one, yeah.
I was like, I don't think it was.
Lavina charmed him with that.
Yeah, Lavina.
With that freaking candy.
I need to write all these
That's
names
right, I
down
still
so
got
don't
one more
forget.
charge of that.
Me too. I did. That's how I remember
I
them.
still technically have that bunny too.
So
I only bit it once.
I want to try to trace a similarly attuned necklace when channeling focus for 10 minutes, and try to focus on one of the other.
So basically, as you use this amulet, if you spend time focusing, same as like ritual casting a spell, you lock in your focus and you feel a tether pulling you in a direction, and you have a good idea of like, effectively like a compass, giving you a cardinal direction to go. But it's basically every 10 minutes you spend with this, it pings you a direction to go.
Oh, like a little tracking beacon, a fob.
So it's, if you get, led astray in some
It'll
way, that does allow you
slow
to
you down.
focus back in.
All right. Well, I tell the party that I was able to use the amulet to speak to my patron, and she's given us a little homing beacon.
Very well.
I don't know if you guys want to start that.
I mean, we could
Start
also.
heading that right
We
away.
can probably start.
Couldn't we
there.
also ask like the mayor, seeing as you now have those two names, seeing as they actually check and see if they live
I don't
somewhere
think they
here.
live-
I don't think they use
they
their
live
real
here.
names.
I would also, I would also imagine.
It was a thought.
There's also no question about whose turn to and all that. At this point.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I would like to trust this church pretty much. With after everything that's happened, I don't know.
So
You're learning, cultist.
And where are you guys having lunch at? by the way?
Call me that again.
probably in the end.
Yeah, just in
Probably
the
still
end.
at the end. Yeah.
I ain't no cultist. Don't compare me to those guys.
They have like 6 kids in that end.
A lot more than 6.
There's the 6 kids that have always been there.
I thought you said there was more than 6.
No, there's been 6 there the whole time. They go in the 2 little groups of 3, bringing you food and beverages.
I thought there was 9.
Hey, Brad, I still have that strawberry rabbit. Do you want to like inspect it and see if there's
The man
anything
who
you can
runs it.
use it for? For probably in the future.
Take a look at it.
And I would give him the
I still have
The
mine. but
strawberry.
I've only got one more hit off of it. And that's it.
The strawberry rabbit that only has like one of the ears bitten off or something.
Yeah.
I'm only going to
hit
use
off.
that in time of emergencies.
Well, he used it during the
Well,
battle.
his rabbit does have, it does give him that speed effect. You know exactly what it's made of.
Made of. No, I'm not saying it.
I didn't see a light anything.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought.
no. There was 12.
As far as your character knows,
Yes.
there have always been 6.
Okay. But there were 12.
And
Two it for our players.
and their father.
Oh, there's no mom now. Because there was a mom.
No, there was.
Yes. No.
He's always been a single parent.
No, I don't. Yes.
It was just him and his 6 kids running the inn.
This is gonna literally drive me mad. Like
That's good. That's ideal. That's ideal.
Because you're like, no, and I'm like, I fucking have it written down right here.
I'll tell you, whatever the newest information I tell you, would rewrite it down.
I need to do that. Like, just do like different colored pencils and be like, no, it's actually 6.
That's a really nice
That
idea.
would be
They were
cool.
writing it down. But yeah, it's just been this guy and his 6 kids.
All right. So what do you guys think we should do?
I
Yeah, right.
I think we should wait until morning, so we have a full day.
So like a full day, because it's like
And in the
afternoonish.
meantime, I can settle down and study this rabbit thing. And what was it you handed me, Zoldan?
The white chocolate one?
I handed you the strawberry rabbit.
And it was a rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the chocolate rabbits.
Oh,
right,
yeah,
from,
studied
uh,
the six.
Yeah, you can study the chocolate one as well.
This one is more used for haste, but
Mine
yeah,
mine
haste-
had
haste would be a great spell for
that was the
somebody,
thing that
huh?
charmed me. So I was just like wondering we could use it for something,
Maybe like spell components or something.
either that or use it against the witches themselves.
that's what I had to use it because
True.
we were almost in a crosshair with that dang thing.
I will say, so is Frug spending his time to do this? You guys will basically spend downtime doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah. After
So
everything,
spend some time for now.
put my earplugs in and everything.
I would want to talk to Zoldan saying that
He has
during
earplugs in.
well
Oh, no, I can take them out.
before he did it. But I'm like last night when I prayed to Muhammad, I feel a little bit different now. I don't have access to my other spells, but I have new ones that have suddenly appeared to me.
So you're probably becoming a cleric like I am.
Maybe.
Well, yeah. Now you guys have something in common.
Sounds to me
Mine-
like a
mine-
psychotic break.
Yeah.
You wish you say.
Is this man indoctrinating you?
No, not that I know of.
No, he's going to a different one. It's his choice and his free will what he wants to do.
Nah, they're all the same anyway.
Yeah, tell that to Bahamut.
I feel like
To his face.
it would.
Oh yeah, he would, and probably get
Jasper,
freaking.
historically speaking,
He probably
would.
gets like just breathed on, just don't.
The guy missing most of his face for speaking ill of a god.
Yeah. Give over your spiritual energy to a god or a dragon or an etheric being just to gain magical power without actually working for it. What's the difference?
That's what I did.
I
He's
still want to
also-
learn those other
It's
spells.
an attack on most of you.
Yeah, that's literally most of us.
Yeah,
He's the only like true arcane person.
I got mine fair and square. I was born with
Yeah,
it.
you were just innately magic. Didn't have to worry about nothing. And my life sucked so bad that I sold my soul to the Raven Queen.
Highest bidder.
It's probably like the hottest sorcerer.
He was so sad and lonely, he went to find the hottest patron he could.
It's like
Hot.
the most emo one too.
Hot single patrons in your area.
Either way, at this point, what if,
Alright, so
need
this
me a
thing
magic
is
sugar
when we
bubble.
get ready to go. This thing is leading to the woods. I would assume.
Due north of the town.
Yeah.
all right. If we want to stock up on anything, if we're going to come across another witch or whatever the heck we're going to encounter, let's get ready.
Yep, I agreed.
We should bring snacks.
Yes.
Oh yeah, sure. Bring some cake. Bring some
Oh.
jelly.
I can get some cakes.
Yeah, we should.
Don't you think you've had
We could,
enough
like-
sugar already?
We
No,
we
I'm
could-
gonna get tons and tons of cakes.
I wonder if we could make those
We're buying.
bunnies into like smaller pieces of candy, and then we could like Pop them in their mouths.
I will say, if you do time passing, I can tell you what Frug discovers. But I gotta wait till you guys finish your piddling around for the rest of the evening.
I would
For
basically.
basically everyone else, yeah.
Yeah. I would still, before leaving, I would mention to Frug, I'm like, if you're still interested in those other spells, I still have those scrolls.
If I get time.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, that's the only thing about what being a wizard. It's like,
For busy.
yeah, it's like hours of, and you gotta spend gold too, don't you?
Well, we got all night, and I've already had my long rest, so
No, that's true.
I might be able to squeeze it in.
That's why I was just bringing it up.
That's supposed to. And that doesn't. If he gives,
But yeah, but when I
if he
I
gives
already.
Frug the spell scroll to copy, it doesn't use the spell scroll. So then
No, he
can still
copies
use
it down.
Yep.
It doesn't use the scroll. It's basically him spending money to use magical inks and stuff to copy down the spell in his own style.
His spell.
Yep.
Yes, so he could use the spell or make new copies of it in his style.
What does your spell book look like, Frog? I don't think I've ever.
My original
I've just
is-
imagined it's a literal newspaper since you don't like the newspaper hat.
That's amazing.
That's
I
what
like
I
that
always
version
kind of
now.
thought.
No, his original spell book is just a fairly common looking book.
Okay.
Nothing standout.
Nothing crazy looking.
Made to be inconspicuous.
Discreet.
The spare is a little more flamboyant.
Oh yeah, you did the spare. What did you use for that one?
It's the black book with the spider on it.
Oh yeah, the really fancy one. I
All right.
remember.
Shall
Alright.
we-
So you guys, is basically everyone else not doing anything till evening?
Yeah.
Um, I think what I'd do though, other than what I've already mentioned,
This is why I check.
yeah, I would probably go back to the forge and start trying to, you know,
I would say it's like probably after you guys have woken up and taken lunch at this point. It's probably like 6 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
okay, then never mind.
Yeah, so it's
Never
like
mind.
it's getting towards dusk.
Yeah, never mind.
All right, because I would say you guys pretty much woke up, about probably like 4 or 5 o'clock. Stopped, had lunch, powwow, then doing the popping in while he's studying stuff. I mean, I'd say for Frug though, as far as which one would you be checking on first out of these? So did everybody surrender the chocolate bunnies to Frug?
Yep.
I might as well get mine too.
So that would give you specifically. It would have been the.
Strawberry was
I'm
the
going
one.
to just say which ones they were. It was the charm with 2 uses.
Temp HP.
You used that. You had 2 uses left of that, right? There was one that was a temp HP, which had 2 uses.
And the strawberry?
And then
the haste.
the strawberry was the charm one, and then the
Oh,
white
yeah, strawberry
chocolate
was
one
one-
was the
was
haste, and that
Oh.
was 1 use remaining.
Backwards.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't see it written. Yeah, so the strawberry was the charm one, and that one was haste. I will say, so which one do you look into first?
I'm going to take a look at the haste one first, since that one actually seemed useful.
So after about an hour, what you'd be able to figure out, basically, Alchemist's kit out, checking this thing out, is it is functionally just that it hasn't been done as much magically as it has been with components to make potions
Okay. So
imbued into the chocolate. So you could break these down and make them into usable potions that would have about the same effect. The only difference being the charm one, if broken down into a potion, you would like to go to use as like similar to a classic, love potion. First person they see after drinking it, they would be charmed to. Or it could be made similar to like a Cupid's arrow sort of effect if added onto a weapon. But it'd probably be enough like each use would be 1 dose. So if you tipped an arrow or a blade, it would work once.
Actually sounds
Yeah,
pretty
so
good.
the haste one basically, would be broken down. It will give that same haste effect of the 3 turns of haste and guaranteed being stunned. And the other one would just have, again, it has a rather unique, That's probably, customized sort of spell to the person who made it, but it coats you in this dark chocolatey magical armor for 10 temp HP.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that was what it was. Was when I had taken a bite of it, it made like a chocolate shell over him.
All right.
So I take
I'm gonna
it.
tell the party what I found out about it. And I'll try to take some time and break them down into potions.
Yeah, I'd say it'd probably be like an hour a piece breaking them down into a potion.
We should have time.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys are waiting until morning to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're sitting up through the night. All right, and then so
My
you're,
character
are
would
you
be
doing
praying,
that?
knowing how he
Also,
is.
if I have time, I wanted to. I already checked into those.
So we say it was about, let's say 5 o'clock you were starting, 6 o'clock to kind of figure out what it is. Once you figure out one of them, I'd say you'd be able to figure enough out for the rest of them.
Okay.
So if you're breaking those down, you could probably have those broken down into potions by like 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Is anyone else doing anything significant in that like hours time frame or not really?
Okay, I'm gonna pray to Bahamut again.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask him, seeing as I couldn't get through to him the first time, but now that this is, lessened, I want to ask him what he would recommend I make with that. Right there, it's at my tongue. The
Dragon's Pain?
yes, the Dragon's Bane.
Actually, these are really good.
Thank you. I need them. Cookies.
I do these all the time, but they never make it to actual cookies. I just eat the fucking cookies.
Vash, how long do you spend in this prayer and meditation?
Probably about a couple hours.
Alright, so as you do this, it is quite a while of locking in this focus. But after some time, you will hear a message. The material you possess is rather cruel. It should be made into something to strike down only the cruelest of foes. The evil dragons who serve Tiamat will be felled quite greatly by this metal. And that is what you would get back.
Thank you.
There is one thing I wanted to ask my patron.
More prayer, what you ask?
If there's a location where, remember that book that burned when I was in that library? Mm-hmm. Is there a location? Is there a book in this specific area or around in this realm where I can find one?
I gotta roll another D100. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Zoldan's God doesn't like him as much. Doo-dah, doo-dah.
It's fine.
Unfortunately, you continue focusing on this prayer. You do not hear back anything at this time.
And that's fine. He's just like, maybe it's not right now.
There's a percentage chance that you may not have a good connection as things currently are here.
Yeah, and that's fine. It makes sense. Though, when we killed that other first witch, the barrier was broken a little bit, but not fully all the way.
It's kind of like you went from having 0 bars to you got like 1 bar.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Good. Gotta go. 15 minutes could save you 50% more on card choice.
How many temp HP?
It's 10 temp HP.
10.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So you have 2 of those, 2 of the charms, yeah, and then the 1 haste.
My remaining time, I'll try copying out those scrolls.
Okay.
Well, actually, I'm probably going to pick up materials and stuff.
Yeah, you would have to have those.
That'd be tough to find in this town.
And at night.
and at night.
That is a trick, is to get the scrolls, you have to have like the, the money is typically expensive inks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Normally you'd be able to buy it, but here it would be a lot
Might be
trickier.
difficult, yeah.
'Cause it's not very well established for anything like bookbinders, stuff like
Here's
that.
a thought. Might I be able to construct my own ink by buying ingredients and stuff?
That would be possible, but by the time you've done the potion breaking down, everything would be closed.
I figured that. I'm just
Yeah.
making plans for later.
I'd say Frug is probably smart enough to make his own ink.
Okay.
But it'd be, the trick to it is a lot of it would be made of magical components typically, and they're expensive, hard to find magical components, which is why it's the 50 something gold in ink per, was it 50 gold per level or 100 gold per something pretty intense, I think, for that. But yeah,
What
So-
spells are they again?
Right here.
if they're
It's,
invocation, it matters more.
It's Rhymes Binding Ice, Ashland's Stride, Rolthram's Psychic Lance, and Summon Dragon's Draconic Spirit.
I don't think any of them are invocations.
Wait, those are
That one was good.
Are those ones scrolls or are those from the book you had?
I had the book, and then when we beat Donzaburo, I went and searched it and got that low roll that you gave me the scrolls for.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, this is those are the names. So if you want to take a look at that real quick.
Yeah, so you have a scroll. Which ones was it?
I have one scroll for each one of them
I don't
because
think any of those are
I found
invocation.
you said it was going to be a low roll, and I got like a 0 and a 1. It was like
Yeah, you were trying to see if there were scrolls for that in his library. That's
and
what it
yeah,
was.
that's what it was.
I remember. Alright.
So I basically have the book, which I can do anytime, and then I have the scrolls, which I was going to have Frug try to teach them to me, so I'd need them, so I'd have them permanently.
I don't know if you could have them permanently. You could have scrolls.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking.
would be
Make
able
some
to
scrolls.
Well-
'Cause you need to be a 5th level.
Copy of that spell.
Well, you need to be able to cast 5th level wizard spell.
Right.
Well, no. He could attempt to do it with a chance of failure.
Yeah.
So, being lower level, you should be able to try to cast it with his chance it fails and burns the scroll
Right.
and doesn't cast it.
Well, that's why I wanted Frug to learn them, or get them copied, so I can he could teach me.
Have more than one scroll.
Well, that and
Frug.
possibly teach me.
Yeah. Frug could know them, and he could make you more scrolls.
Exactly. That too.
But couldn't really teach you those.
That work. I mean, either or.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Any
No,
what's
works both ways.
So about 9 p.m. Everyone just kind of settling down, relaxing.
So yeah,
After everything that happened, yeah.
put the earplugs in, and go to bed.
Music for Frug to study by.
Put the music, put that thing in my ears too.
Yeah, put my earplugs in, and go to bed.
I had time to get more earplugs. Well,
Me and Zoltan
not
are like
busy
the
doing
lucky ones. We
anything
are the
else
ones
at this
with the freaking
I might as well
earplugs.
use
Yep.
this unfortunate circumstance to actually study the music.
You also want to study music. What was it for you? It was
That was performance?
should be, I believe so, because you're trying to play it, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to learn it.
Yeah. So you're trying to like listen in, basically set aside part of your mind to this.
I'd like to try to use investigation if it's possible.
I would say that would work if you want to give me an investigation check, as you have some initial time hearing it. I will say 26,
26.
right? So the 26, I will allow you to add.
11. Rolled a 2.
So, I'm thinking on yours. 1 second. For Frug, it's you start trying to follow the source of the sound, and as you do, you begin investigating into it, looking around, trying to find signs of it. And as you do, it kind of does that thing it's been doing where you briefly hear it, but then it kind of lulls your mind, and you can't seem to place where you heard the sound coming from, and then it just kind of vanishes into the background as things feel like normal. You can't really hear a trace of it.
That's fair.
But for Jaster, as you listen along, you begin to feel, as you almost set aside part of your mind to it, you can start to faintly hear the music in the background. If you really focus in your mind and set part of it aside, you can almost faintly hear the tune in the background. As I'd say you're about 50% progress on this now. A very successful roll.
Total or added?
Total.
Ah, okay. That makes more sense.
Yes, not added. That would be quite a lot.
Almost up to me now.
Frogs, most frogs, that was pretty high, right?
55.
Yeah. I mean, very good roll. So it's like you, now I'd say you almost hear it like faint tune in the back of your mind, can almost hum along, but something's just not quite right about it. And you're pretty good with performance and songs. It's like one of those things where it's on the tip of your tongue, but it's just not quite there. And then after some time, like you listen into this, but it does manage to ebb its way to the back of your mind, to where you can no longer hear it. Anyone doing anything wacky or crazy for the night? Or you guys just want to fast forward to the next morning?
Yep.
All right. So you guys have some peaceful, relaxing nighttime slumber.
Well, sorry, this is just a question.
Yes.
When Vosh did ask Bahamut, I think he was asking more for what kind of weapon he would make, but I don't think he answered him specifics, right?
I don't think you didn't ask for a specific weapon. You just said, "What should you make this metal into?"
You did.
You said a weapon. Ibis said,
Well,
"It's a
that's
tool."
what I meant was like the weapon. But okay.
What kind of a weapon should I make? That's a good question to ask again.
You should make them into bullets so that
Dragon
Jen could
slaying
fucking
bullets.
shoot at it with her gun. Get right under the scales.
What
Probably the
kind
most
of weapon?
efficient way to do it.
What kind of weapon do you want, Fosh?
Yeah, right. So.
Arrowheads, I could do. That
Yeah,
could
you
work
do
too.
arrowheads.
That may have been more of me not understanding it, but that is what you asked. Asked and
They're
answered.
supposed to be big anyway. That's
I know.
Yeah, that's what I was just asking. Also.
Yeah. All right. So, day 8.
Vague answers so that they don't have to actually give you real
Yeah,
information.
You know, in a lot of
Keeps you
ways,
going.
gods are a lot like DMs.
You guys really are.
Yeah. All right. So evening, you guys break down chocolate into potions. That's most of the night. Chocolate into potions. And prayer. All right. So from there, it goes to the next day. You're on day 9
Oh,
here.
quick question.
Yes.
Did the big meal and the cleaning of carpet do anything for my carpet friendship?
Ooh. Give me an animal hand. I forgot about the dunking carpet in the water.
It's true.
I will say carpet does go back to normal. You would have noticed actually by the time before you had even gotten probably out of the house, carpet would have been in a state of normalcy as its stomach deflates down. It does gain its normal cape-like appearance as it seems to digest quite quickly.
At 9.
Left
9
behind a large pile of
I didn't pre-roll these dice.
Large pile of fluff. I would say, no, not really. Lots of digestive acids. Yummy, yummy. Magic creatures. Try to pick the good one.
Trying.
It's tough. Narrowed him down. Battle of the dice. That one, he wanted to win enough, huh?
I guess so.
The wasted nat 20. I would say with a 9, so I think the carpet, you would still, even with the low roll on animal handling, the carpet somewhat against being bathed. I do think you have done enough to raise your loyalty with the carpet though. As you've kept it around long enough, kept it happy and fed. I'd say at this point the carpet does treat you as loyal to you as you've been owning it and taking care of it quite a while now. It's kind of like You've got a cat that'll wait, at least a few days before eating your face off when you die.
+3.
Yes. Cool. He'll wait a few days before eating you,
I can respect that.
If Frug falls in the shower, he doesn't just go like,
It's like I'm really hungry.
It's like,
he'll try and take you to medical, somewhere medical, because he figures he'll feed him better later. But alright, so, shiny new day.
Time for us to get ready to go.
No crazy alarms this morning as the town, maybe not too busy at this point, but nothing too crazy going on. Just small amounts of people moving around and going about their business.
I guess it is the time to hit the north.
Yeah, I say
Yeah,
we
let's
head
go.
north into the woods.
What about potions or anything? Are we good on that?
Jim coming back
I've got a
in.
few.
Jim bright and early into the tavern, holding a basket full of sweets.
I still need.
Don't worry, I got everything we need right here.
Oh, goodness.
I
gracious.
feel cavities coming on
The
already.
next house we come across.
Yes.
We got all the sweets with us. No magic to them. I made them myself.
You know, I think there's perks about me being an ASMR at this point.
Question: who wants a charm potion?
I've already had experience with that. I don't want any more.
We're gonna add it to a weapon.
I think Jim would probably benefit more
I
with
was
that.
thinking the same thing.
I'm already quite charming as it is.
Are you sure about that? With your
You're
face?
missing half of your face.
He's got it on paper.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
I don't
face.
see no contract.
It's just his way with words are so charming.
Sure.
He's got that natural charisma.
Oh,
in
wait,
his
no,
voice.
wait.
Yeah, you're a real charismatic stand-up guy. Yeah, I'm sure you'll make a good killing at a play opera or something.
He's
Proven
good
to
at
make a
killing.
good killing.
Definitely made a killing.
My point stands.
Look, I think he'd do really well in a play like, Sweeney Todd.
Oh,
Plenty
easily.
of roles he could fill.
I mean, what's next? Indiana Jaster?
Nah.
Crickets.
Too much running.
Who would like a potion of haste?
Well, haste would be good. I'd take a potion
Yeah,
of
the
that.
fighter that would be good for her.
Yeah.
You got that.
So it's only.
Allison.
So, make sure you know. Oh, yeah. No, you're right there. Or if you just want to hold on to him for now.
Let's give it to him because
Yeah.
I've got
Well, let's say for the
enough
other
potions to
potions.
fill up my bandolier. So
Yeah. Well, for the charm potions, she's not here if you want to hand them off later.
yeah, I got
Or if you say you did at some point in the future when she's here.
it. Okay.
I just don't want to get lost in the sauce and I don't want to write them in somewhere wrong. And her never knows she has them.
Who would like a potion of temporary hit points? It's only 10, but
So bonus action, use it, gives you 10 temp HP.
you get bruised up a lot. You want one?
Sure, why not?
What about you?
Take the other one.
All right.
I
Now,
can,
well, I was to say, just to make sure you know for the potion of haste, just make sure you know its effects is you get the effects of the haste spell for 3 turns, then are stunned afterwards.
Got it.
Use sparingly.
Yeah,
Pretty
right.
good haste spell. Huh? Yeah, what? I'm going now, yeah? Hi. Oh, yeah? And so split off. Oh. Hang on. Alright, so potion keeping aside though, and minor distractions, don't mind me. So what do you guys do from here? Do you want to just make your way out of town at this point?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Lead the
Alright.
way, turtle boy.
Yeah, I'll lead the way and
Right behind him.
try to figure out where this thing is pinging.
Yeah,
Make
so
sure we're going in the right direction.
basically as you get to like the outskirts of town, spend another 10 minutes and focus in on this. You get that little cardinal direction, start making your way off. And if you travel this way, it would be, depending how quickly you guys are trying to travel, you could continually stop, ping, make sure you're going the right way, or try and go more survival skills and get there maybe faster. You know what you guys want to do?
I'd rather be safer than faster.
All right. So
Unless
basically,
someone's
just
good at survival, I'm
Decent.
on lose notes.
so you stop
My
every
struggle's
once in a
alright.
while and check. Or,
Yeah.
so you guys just slower along the trail. It does take hours of following before you start to see anything that would give you too much of an idea. But after a while, you do see the terrain begins to change. Probably after half a day's travel. So, we'll just mark that off. So half day travel, mostly unbothered as you make your way through the woods. But you do arrive in a very boggy, a lot more wet climate. You'd see the area around you has shifted quite considerably. You start to see it's swampier areas where if you take the wrong step, you go straight into a pile of mud.
I'll send my hawk up above to scan around. Anything interesting?
Yeah, so goes through, spies around. You'd be able to see from this high vantage point things around here. You'd see large snakes and crocodiles that seem to poke out through the water. In some sections, large areas of webbing seem to fill the woodline. Large frogs and turtles hop and swim around. But at the current moment, you don't see much more than just this marshland.
Okay. Which way, what's, in the direction we're headed, what seems to be the most dangerous kind of critters? I'm particularly pensive about these spider webs.
Let me roll a d6. It seems that there is a pack of these large frogs directly in the path that he has you going.
Okay.
You see a group of about 2 of them.
I'll give the
A
party
couple
a
of
heads
the
up.
large frogs are there.
How large? How large?
They seem quite large and at quite a high distance.
Like Yalzabufa large or bigger?
Bigger.
Oh, Jen,
So
you
they're
might
like-
want to hide.
they're like
Yay.
No more giant frogs!
I'm
And
wondering if we should go up above so that they don't really notice us.
I would say there are pretty heavy tree lines covering most of this area. It would be possible to try and traverse through trees and skirt past them.
Do you guys want to try that?
I
could
climbed
try.
the
we
tree.
can try. It's all we can do.
I'm just gonna use my cloak of raven, kind of turn into a raven.
You turn into a bird. You can fly.
Yeah,
Jim can also fly.
also fly.
I really miss
You
my
have
wings
magic
right now.
carpet to fly.
Carpet can hold 2 people
I can use my armor to go up.
for about 6 seconds.
How much would it take for it to get over there?
To get up
Past
in
the
the
frogs?
up in the
Probably a while.
You can show up into the tree.
yeah.
You can't like
It
fly
doesn't.
forever.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't say I'm going to fly forever. I'm just saying to get up.
Yeah, I thought you meant to like
No.
avoid
O-
flying.
over
Yes. To
Oh.
fly over it. So you're just,
No, I'm just trying to get up into the.
I mean, so you want to use one of your charges to fly into the tree or just climb a tree?
I'll just climb a tree.
Climb the tree. I used to play
Yes,
tag
sir.
up in these
Who's
things.
coming with me?
I might as well.
Alright, Zoldan hops on, so you guys climb into the trees. Those of
Above
you
the trees.
flying above the trees, no checks. What are your passive perception scores? Vosh and Jaster.
Would that have changed
Well,
my
that's too bad. You got a
passive?
really good passive perception. That would've
Yeah, I
been
got
helpful.
18.
Huh?
I think that's 12.
Is it 10 plus 2?
So,
It is.
so
Wisdom plus 10. Wisdom
10.
bonus plus 10.
10.
Yep, so 10 total.
10 total.
Alright.
yeah.
He should have gotten on it, and I should have.
It will. You guys start making your way through the tree, and you guys basically climbing along. You find large branches that connect. There's very large trees that grow here, hanging with moss and foliage, many of them intertwining with nearby trees to where you can both easily enough walk onto the branches and manage to go from tree to tree, following a bit slower along as the others fly overhead.
This seems familiar from something out of character. Out of character.
Yeah.
Hobbit.
Well, I was thinking Jungle Book. That's just me.
Yeah.
Love
I
it.
was thinking Hobbit. Spider infested forest.
Love Kipling.
Yeah.
That's good too.
You'll know why I'm thinking of the Jungle Book in a second then.
Yeah.
When it hits you. Because it's going to try to.
I'm pretty sure I know what it is now.
That's a 15 plus bonus. Give me 1 second to get bonus. That's a 5 plus bonus for Jaster. Yeah, pull something up. Don't mind me. I'm just doing things. Does a 21 hit block.
Yes, it does.
Alright. So, as you're making your way along these branches, you feel the branch beneath your feet begins to move.
Yeah, that I was. You didn't,
As
yeah, that's how I was actually singing that song silently. I'm like the second he said Jungle Book, I'm like
In
first
the
bring
book,
the
Kyle was Mowgli's friend.
to a point.
now, this giant constrictor snake will go for a bite attack on you.
Oh boy.
As actually, sorry, no, it wouldn't have gone for bite. It would have gone for its constrict attack.
Well, a snake will bite first.
Yes. Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
I used to have a 7-foot boa constrictor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the bite then.
Yeah,
I like the lore.
They gotta latch on first.
Yeah.
I was thinking it would more constricting than bite. That does make more sense.
Yeah, they make sure they get it and then they.
So that is 15 points of damage. I rolled almost max.
Damn.
Almost max on the 2d6 plus. As this thing bites into you, Jaster, you see another one of these creatures. It lunges down from branches above you and attempts to strike at you, but you manage to
hunting
avoid it
in
in
packs.
time. Well, it's more you see. You guys would see now. They're just casually hanging from the trees. Vosh having just walked on one of them, but these things are huge.
So we gotta kill them?
Can we see
That's-
from above?
I would say you would
Yeah.
see as they attack them, you would be aware of their presence. So,
Yeah, you can.
okay, so yeah, at this point, who needs an initiative?
Oh boy. Alright.
Nice.
Bear in mind, there are also.
15.
21.
I need a different notebook for this. So just bear in mind, there are also giant frogs below you.
5.
15.
Alright, 1 second. So.
At least it's just initiative. It's not a real big deal.
Yeah, well, you're not struck by a freaking snake trying to eat you.
It's the best initiative I've rolled
Hey.
so far.
Maybe we can make some snake skin.
They are these
Snake
giant
skin boots, let's go!
I already got
What
dragon.
are, so what was yours? 19 for Jaster.
Also for Hamid.
I got 19, but I'm
Who's
still a
The
bird.
better dex.
Probably him. Mine's 0.
Are you going to help in the fight?
I don't know. It says I have an attack of 13. What does that mean? Is that what AK means?
I think you should be attack as the,
Right? I should be able to attack as a bird.
yeah, I think so.
I just don't know how many times I can use the cloak of
It
raven.
should be 4 an hour.
Or for. Oh.
And black dragon leather boots.
Yeah.
What's
after
that?
the dragon
So
I killed.
19 for Jaster, 19 for Hanu. What was it for
Yeah, I guess I'll revert.
Zoldan?
5.
5 for Zoldan. Ooh,
15.
just slower than the snakes. Just. Vosh.
15.
Then I'll roll for Jem. Which is a +3 because of you all. She's below Vosh. Alright, and I'm missing one. Frug.
21.
21 for Frug. Alright, so the first to react is Frug as you see this huge snake lunges out and bites into Vosh.
Ow! Hey, let go of me,
smashing
stinky
him
snake.
with this crushing maw.
Alright. I'll swoop down and hit him with a firebolt.
All right. So you fly nearby and shoot a firebolt at it.
So. 21.
21 to hit does hit.
And then 10 points of damage.
All right. So you see this massive fireball. Firebolt. The ball of flame. My bad. The bolt of flame strikes it, and it rears back as this heat scorches into it. But it is still focused in as it sees you're too far away from it to really do anything. Jaster, you would see one of these things is right next to you. I'd say from where you guys are in the trees, probably a little bit apart, you're probably like 20 feet away from Vosh, where you can see he's on top of another one of them.
Okay. I'm going to use a sorcery point, twin spell, mind sliver on the two of them.
All right.
They
So make a
make
save.
intelligence saves.
They're not very intelligent. -5. That's a 3
I'm not sure they can succeed then.
and a -2.
Okay. I'll take 6 on one and 5 on the other.
All right.
And then they have next saving throw they make has a D4 negative.
All right. Next, it's attack or save, right?
Next saving throw
Okay.
that they make this turn.
Yeah. All right. From that, it goes to Hanu.
I'm just gonna turn back into Hanu from the bird and then
Up in the air, he falls, plummets to
well,
his death.
like land on a branch and turn back,
I got you.
and then just
That made more sense to me.
cast Eldritch Blast, one at each of the.
Right, one to each of the snitch.
How close are we to the snakes?
Up on top of what?
He got within a pretty decent range.
Yeah.
So 20, 30 foot away.
A 13
So my
on
katana's not going
one,
to reach that far.
So 13 hit?
Sorry, 13 hit does hit.
Attack me.
16 on the other.
That's why I'm going to probably use a cantrip at this point.
Alright, so 13, 16 both hit. Let me know the damages.
One of them got 10 damage and one got 6 damage.
Alright, so you see one of them starting to get roughed up by these continued blasts. The one next to Vosh. Anything else for Hanu or no?
Nope, that's it.
Alright, speaking of which, Vosh's turn.
Okay.
So snake rearing back at you.
I'm going to grab my hammer and go up another size and just hammer time.
You go up a size. I'm going to do one thing.
See if we can stay on the snake.
Oh, I'm staying on the snake.
I'm
yeah.
going to do a strength check
If
for the
he
snake.
Can, I was about to say, if he can hold you. Because he's like a branch right now.
That is just below what I want. You see the snake buckles under your weight as you become a large creature and slumps down into the water below. I now need to roll 2 new initiatives.
Crocodiles. Or toads.
Sorry. No, they're the toads.
The toads.
Squish.
But they are surprised, so they go in on the next round of initiative.
So we have to fight
land-
toads?
You land in the water now. This
maybe they'll be
boggy
fighting the
water. You are large, so it only goes up about waist high on you now.
Oh, there you go.
But you see, the snake hits the water, and turning their attention towards you, these 2 huge toads. Or, no, they would be frogs, sorry. Well, yeah, they'd be frogs, because they're in the water chilling. But yeah, these giant frogs look over towards you and the snake, and they look hungry.
Take the snake.
That'll be seen. But that is start of your turn. So
Yeah, I was
the rest of your turn still. Go to smack the snake.
Oh yeah.
All right. Do some attack rolls.
Okay. That first one's not good. It's a 4.
What's your bonus?
For attack, it's 4 plus 7.
You sure that's the weapon bonus for that?
Oh, sorry, weapon bonus. Sorry.
Well, with your weapon bonus on it.
Plus 1 to damage rolls.
It's not a +1. Wait, +1. It's +1 weapon, right? Yes, +1 to attack roll and damage roll.
Yeah.
Because you have. 3 strength, 4 for your proficiency bonus, and a +1 from that, which should put you at +8,
Yeah.
which will make it a 12. Which is important because that just hits this thing.
Okay.
I was gonna say, even a pretty low roll, I liked your odds.
Yeah.
So make sure you have on your hammer that's a +8 now. It's not that you updated your weapons yet.
No, I have.
Oh no, on your actual weapons on your sheet. There in the middle, buddy. There you got +6, +6, and +7.
No, that's crossed out. That's +7 is my old scimitar.
Yeah. Well, your normal ones, if you have them on there, should be +7 and +8 now.
Well, that's a longsword, my longbow.
Yes, those are +7s.
Okay.
And then your hammer should be a +8.
Okay. Okay. +8.
Alright, so that does hit though, with the hammer.
Okay. So 1d12 plus 1d4.
Plus the other d4 for being bigger, right?
Right. So I get 2d4s and 1d12, so that's that one right there. That'd be a 2, 10, and a 5.
Alright, sorry, was that for each size you're larger than the enemy though? No, it's just for being large.
Just
Yeah. Okay. What'd you get?
10, 2, and 5.
Those are d6s.
No, not that.
Those two are.
Oh, these. Sorry.
I was gonna say, a 5 and a d4 is real impressive.
Yeah, sorry about that.
The pointy ones.
The pointy ones, the caltrops.
Pyramids.
The pyramids, yeah.
Oh! It's got warm.
Da-da-da.
Huh?
Da-da-da.
Oh, I'm in a lot of pain.
Take a break.
No, I'm good.
Oh, there it is. That's where I was. Oh. Alright, I'll just keep the 10 and then whatever these two are. 2 and a 3.
Yes. 15 plus your strength, 18 total. As you flop into this thing, bonk it upside the head, you see blood pours out from it into the water as it is now bloodied. It was 18, right? So that's...
And I do again.
Yeah. Start doing math. Another attack.
Yep. That'd be an 18.
Will hit. 18 plus your bonus.
Yep.
20 something. 23.
Yeah.
Or no, that's not right. 26.
10, 2, and 4.
So with that second blow, you watch as again you smash this thing's head in as it goes flat and begins to float in the water.
Hey, there's food for them.
From there, anything else for Vosh?
No.
Movement.
Yeah. Get out of the. Get
Start
out.
going towards the nearest tree.
Yep.
I'd say so. Your movement's probably just enough swimming to make it to the base of a tree.
Okay.
You still have to get up it
Right.
on another turn. Unless you do something else.
Wings.
Oh no, I was checking if you went to action surge or anything.
Oh.
No. No.
No. Saving my action surge.
Okay. So from there it goes to Jim. Jim is going to want to stay high in the tree and away from the frogs, but she is going to say, "Oh, this snake's so gross," and shoot towards Jaster's snake. Unfortunately, that is enough to miss because that was a 2. So she kind of turns away her head, not wanting to look at the gross snake, and
Doesn't
the
she have
shot
act-
just whisks to the
Doesn't
side.
she have advantage because of the... Oh, okay, maybe I'm thinking wrong.
No, she would have had sneak attack if she hit, but no advantage on it.
My bad.
The snake's
you
very
get sneak
aware.
attack if you have advantage.
Yeah.
My bad.
But so unfortunately she does nothing. The toads are surprised, so nothing from them. And the frogs. Frugs. The frogs.
The frogs. Fogs.
From there it goes to the snakes. This one is going to attempt to constrict onto Jaster, because it is still hungry and very dumb.
Is that one taking damage?
That is a 9 to hit.
Not doing
So it tries to wrap around you, but you manage to wriggle your way away from it as it starts, coiling around, but you just slip free. More dexterous than it. From there, it goes to Zoltan.
I'm just going to use Toll of the Dead, so they have to make a wisdom roll of 16.
It has -4 on this save. So it's 8 goes down to a what? Roll me a d4.
Oh, that's right.
It fails, but let's see if it fails more. 7.
All right, yeah,
It fails.
so it's already taken damage, so it's going to be a d12, so it's going to be 2 d12s for this one.
Yes.
Because I'm saving my big spells for the big ones. All right, let's see. 14 necrotic damage.
So 14 necrotic damage.
That's it for me. Because I can't use my sword.
Yep. All right. So let's go back to the top 2 Frug.
I'll just hit him again.
I'm just going to whack him again.
Plus 20, actually. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 does hit.
Alright, and
2 of these 10s.
suck on these D10s.
4 points of damage. As this one nearly bloodied. From there, Jaster.
Alright, I'm gonna do. I'll do a dissonant whispers.
All right.
Probably not. No, I'll probably just do mind sliver.
Another mind sliver on him.
Yeah. So, int save.
Nat 20
Oh,
for a 15. Does a 15 succeed?
oh.
No.
No, it doesn't.
He can't physically succeed the save.
Oh, okay. I just assumed a 20 would actually succeed.
No, we don't have those rules.
6 damage.
6 more points of damage. Right, Hanu? I'm assuming blasting.
Do the toads look like they're gonna, or the frogs look like they're about to attack?
Actually, I would have done on their turn. Sorry, let me do something.
They were surprised, so.
One of them looks like it's glancing towards Vosh. One looks like it's glancing towards the dead snake.
Okay. So yeah, I'll just shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts at the snake for now. I think he can handle a toad. 15 and an 18.
Both hit.
$14 points of damage.
14 total.
Yeah.
Alright. So this thing's starting to look badly injured. From there, it goes to Vosh.
Okay. I am going to try to get up this tree.
That'll just be a strength check.
Which I'm pretty good at.
Or athletics, rather.
8 plus 7.
15. Plenty. As you make your way the 15 foot up the tree climbing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to action also climb?
Yep.
Alright. That'd be enough to basically get away from them and up back to the branches.
Okay.
So,
Stupid snake.
from there, it would go to Jim. Jim, takes away the look from the eyes, goes for a shot on this thing. That is enough Her damage. I've got a creeping suspicion this thing's getting its head blown off.
With the pew.
Yep, so very cinematically, as Jaster's, looking at this thing, it goes eye to eye, looks like it's just about to get him. And then from the sideline, Jim, smoking barrel. I'm tired of these dank snakes in this dank swamp. And blows the thing's head clean off with the pew-pew.
I want to try to catch the snake before it falls.
So this one does fall basically hanging from the branch, goes limp, but is still on the tree. But this thing is huge.
How big? Like 30 foot?
So huge. I mean, so huge would normally be the 9x9 kind of square. That's what, like a 30 by 30. But this one's a lot more long. So this thing's probably about 60 foot long.
Oh.
Maybe only about 5 foot wide though.
But we can make some.
Maybe about it's probably about like 7 foot wide.
Can we-
It's huge.
How many pieces of clothes can we make from that dang thing?
You could make a lot if you stick around to skin the thing. It's hanging from the tree right now.
You want to put it in the bag of holding?
No, he has the suitcase of holding. He has the bag of
I
holding.
might be able to fit just the skin in there.
How much?
Actually, how much does it take? Does it medicine check for that?
I would say, I would say, I mean, skinning it. I would say, I think that's more survival or dexterity.
I have survival of 8.
Sleight of hand, maybe? Cause it's
Sleight of hand would also work. Skinning
Well,
it.
whenever you guys skin it, I'll use guidance on you guys.
Oh, I ain't scared.
You're gonna skin it in the trees with the frogs down below.
Not right now.
I will say,
Feed the frogs the leftovers.
as Vosh scrambles up the tree, the frogs do quickly lose interest in him. They basically go below and start chomping at the other giant snake. You see these frogs down below. They do have this bright color to them. You see their mouths as they open them and start biting onto the snake. They do have these like toothy maws with purple tongues and something dripping from them.
Ugh.
But they do start chomping away at this snake and seem pretty well distracted.
I think it's time for us to get out of here now.
Agreed.
They're frogs with teeth.
You didn't want the snake skin? Alright.
No,
No, thank you.
we're taking it.
Wait, you are taking it?
You just want to take the snake? Or are you going to try to skin it?
I don't think your bags of holding can hold this whole snake.
Yeah.
How fast would it?
What if we just have the skin?
You, do you want to roll to skin the skin leather from this
I
snake?
mean, personally, I do not care.
I mean,
We don't have to. I was just.
I will say
Yep.
the snake. It is like a probably very camouflaged, like muddy brown green color to it.
So it wouldn't be
very
like a good
swampy.
prize possession.
Perfect for some
It's
boots.
camouflage. It basically is
It's
mostly
mossy oak.
camouflage.
It's mossy oak. It could be mossy oak.
So it doesn't shine brightly. There's a very dull color to the scales.
Okay, so maybe it's not worth it then.
Matter
Yeah,
of
that's up to you
perspective,
guys.
really.
No,
Some
I don't
people
need it.
I don't really
people
need
here
it.
like muddy browns and greens.
I got dragon boots. These are fine.
I prefer wearing my blue colors.
I've got my shiny gemstone armor.
You
It's made of dragon.
It's not like we're poor and can't afford clothes.
nobody else wants any. I'm just going to share a large hunk of skin out then.
Alright, yeah, it's just, let's say sleight of hand, basically. How we can get this off without ruining it.
Yeah, same thing. Not well.
Huh?
12, 13.
I would say 13 is enough to where you can basically are you taking enough off of this to just fashion an outfit?
Yeah.
So yeah, you get like a couple reels of this like leather cut off. You have camouflaged anaconda, well, it'd basically be skin. Snake skin.
Snake skin boots.
He's got enough for like the snake skin suit. He can be a Texan.
There you go.
He can be a snake oil salesman.
He already is one.
He harvests the oil from the snake while he's at it. Okay. So, from there, I assume you make your way on. All right. So, you continue along the way you had been looking before. Anything else you guys do as far as checking ahead? Do you send up the hawk or anything?
Definitely keeping a closer eye on these vines.
Perception check, please. And then for Frog, was it?
I'm figuring I'd fall from above.
So you just keep looking from above, following along.
8.
8. Level.
Not safer up here.
Alright, so you guys keep your eyes peeled for a little while, and after a little bit of time, you do see a bit ahead. A large bridge seems to have been made, crossing one section of land to the water. As you do get near it, carpet begins to waver and begins slowly, as if fighting something, descending from the sky.
Oh, so I'm with him?
We're being
Yes.
forced.
Jim will also say, there's, you would also feel this as well, Hanu. There's something weird. My wings feel weaker than usual.
Am I?
As she begins, begins falling as she tries flitting her wings as hard as she can. Same for you. And as she pulls back a little bit, manages to recover herself. That was weird. I haven't had that happen before. I don't think I'm this tired.
I've got a feeling.
Touching carpet too.
Should I roll?
Different about the air.
So I would say for you, you wouldn't feel anything, but if you get too close towards this area, carpet doesn't seem to be able to hold himself steady in the air.
Let's get down from here. Let's see what
Like
we
they
can
don't
find.
want
I've got a feeling there's a
flying
magic
things.
thing going on here.
It's like they don't want flying things seeing them.
No fly zone, as they
Yeah,
say.
exactly.
Hanu says, call,
Yeah.
call. As he is a fish.
That is. I've got a feeling this is a no-fly zone.
You guys on the tree branches, fine as a fiddle, but you do see everyone starts like whee out of the sky.
Yeah.
But there is dry land below you now.
Okay.
Sarah, there's been a second carpet. No.
That's alright, buddy. I'll carry you for a while.
You gotta get him like a Pokeball. So you just like,
Magic
He
carpet.
does. He's back.
that's true. Oh yeah, that is true. That's okay.
He's a cape.
Yes, it is very Doctor Strange.
Yeah. So
So it's like a bridge that leads to like
you see in front
land
of you.
out of the swamp, essentially.
Well, so you see in front of you, as I was going to describe,
Oh, okay, sorry.
a large bridge has been constructed, well put together, very large, about 20 foot wide, big posts of trees it's made of, looks very sturdy. A soft white wood, has almost a ghostly eeriness to it. You see tinges of fog come up out of the water below, but this thing goes well above it. It looks pretty spooky.
Yeah. Like a old rickety bridge, but
Yeah, but
Sturdy.
it looks pretty sturdy. Looks newer in construction.
we can see the end to the
Yeah,
end.
so you can see it's about 100 foot across this bridge. It leads to what seems to be just another it's definitely less marshy. It seems more this would be pine forest in front of you. So you'd see pines,
Okay.
but looks like just thick forest ahead of you.
Can I do an investigation check and see if I can find any more of those symbols around here?
You do see carved onto either post at the start of this bridge a V symbol.
I'd let everyone know. I'm like, hey guys,
Just one V?
One on each post.
One on each post.
yeah.
Hanu, do me a favor. Detect magic. Check this bridge.
Ooh, smart.
Yeah.
It's my thing.
I had a feeling. That's why I'm like, I need to check and see if there's any the symbols on here first.
I mean, we could just light it on fire.
We're definitely.
But then how will you get to the other side?
magic's coming from the bridge we can fly across.
But this is basically a
On it.
no-fly zone.
You cast Detect Magic.
Sure, yeah. You do it well.
You see, looking around, there is what seems to be a large sphere of magic encasing this place, starting about a quarter of the way down this bridge. You see, as you look at it, the school of magic encompassing this place is obscured from your vision,
Oh.
as it is designed to prevent detection.
I would say that.
So we can't use detect magic here.
You can see there's something magical, but you can't tell what it is. It is
So be-
intentionally hidden from view.
So beware. I'll tell everybody about that
That's not
You
good.
might have to be very
sphere
careful.
of anti-magic.
I would say if it was anti-magic, you'd probably be able to tell,
Oh, okay.
because that would have a school.
It's just like
So-
This is it's something cast effectively like subtle, something that's attempting to prevent detection, to hide it from somebody who can detect magic.
yeah. Almost like they know we're coming. Should we try to walk across it, or what do you guys think?
Hold on a second.
All right.
We could burn the bridge down. Bet that would do something.
I agree. I mean, we could, do that and then just ferry everybody across with carpet. Oh, well, he can't fly. Oh, yeah.
It would
we
also be past that point was where flying was
Yeah.
difficult.
Yeah.
Let's not burn the bridge, please.
I say we go. Who wants to lead the
We
way?
build a raft.
You said it's like foggy, so we can't really like see what's
So
underneath
it's like
us.
it's like there's fog coming off the surface of the water, kind of
The
trailing up. It's the eerie, swampy vibe.
So I could cast light again on my sword like we did again.
I mean, it's still at this point. You guys have been going. Would have been like another hour from there. You're towards like late afternoon again at this point. So
What do you guys think? I could also. I had Dimension Door. I could Dimension Door. I don't know how many people we can do with Dimension Door.
should only be depending on what's your level. It's like the base, so I think it's you and one other person.
I think you might be right. You can bring one willing creature of your size or smaller who's carrying gear.
I'm not gonna hit the bridge, but I'm gonna shoot a firebolt across the bridge.
Yeah, like through the sphere.
Right through the sphere.
All right.
I need to roll to attack on that.
So you're trying to hit what across the bridge, sir?
I'm basically
You're
shooting a
shooting
line
across the
straight down the bridge.
So, no roll needed. It shoots straight across.
It doesn't hit it. Okay, that's a good sign. I say we burn the bridge down. If worst comes to worst, we build a raft.
What were you? We can't have anybody. You could throw a rope if it's 100 feet.
I mean, I don't know who started this whole bridge burning thing, but maybe we just carve the symbols out of it.
Oh, like carve it out of the wood?
Couldn't hurt.
Oh, you think those could be like the
Yeah,
runes? Yeah, let's give that a shot.
All right. So you carve away at the runes, just dagger, whatever. Who's carving at it?
I'll do one.
What are you
Get on
using?
the other side, I guess.
I guess I'll use my trident.
All right. Give me an attack. Well, don't give me an attack roll. Just wait. Give me an attack roll. Sure.
I'd probably get the other one.
An 18.
Give me a damage roll.
18.
So 18 will hit it.
I got 1 damage, I think plus 3
Your strength.
Yeah, plus 2, so 3 damage.
So as you stab into this, you feel it's rebuffed by some kind of magic reinforcing it. Sorry, and I would say, sorry, you would have had, on looking at the bridge, the wood of the bridge does seem to have the abjuration magic on.
Okay.
That's
Tell that-
protective
tell
sword,
that
right?
for-
Yes. Sorry, you would have known that ahead of time, because you still have magic eyes.
I don't know what to do. What do you guys think we should do?
So always just walk across and see what happens.
And that was a magical weapon you used.
Yes.
Mine was just fancy.
I would say, so the fancy one would have the same effect if it was under a certain threshold of damage.
So wait, what are we doing?
They're currently attacking symbols on the bridge.
7 damage. Yeah.
So 7, you would see it's rebuffed by the magic.
I guess while they're doing this, I can like ask for my patron for guidance right now for this whole area if it's possible.
What are you asking specifically?
Like, so if there's an anti-magic thing in the area right now, kind of thing.
Not anti-magic.
Okay, so I would say you would have a pretty good. I think Frug would be familiar. I mean, did you do an Arcana check to see if you'd have an idea of what spells obscuring his view?
Good idea.
That'd be an Arcana check. Frug is the most likely to know, but you guys could do it too. He got a fuck on the dice, which is a 1.
I'll just roll just in case.
Nat 20 from Jest.
I got a
That
dirty.
would be a 10.
I got a dirty 20.
Let
Arcana.
me just give this a
Dirty
try.
20, high 20.
I got a
11.
16.
I got 11.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, Frug, it's slipping his mind right now. But Hanu and Jaster, you think about it, it must be some kind of non-detection spell. Like the spell, non-detection.
Okay.
But yes, and then you'd be able to tell looking at the bridge, it is some kind of protective magic on it. You figure you'd have to do a certain threshold of damage if you wanted to destroy this bridge.
Grunt, why don't you give it a shot? You do the most damage.
Okay.
You want me to use my sword too?
Try it.
Ultimate fucking enemy of fucking bridge.
Nah, I'm not even gonna do it. I'm just-
Go ahead if you would.
Smash! 8 plus 9?
Give me a whole turn's worth of attacks on it, but roll just to see if you crit the bridge.
So, should I roll
Just
again?
roll it to see if you crit for however many attacks you would do.
I'll just roll just for the
'Cause
heck of
it's just 2 for your sword, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Let's just see.
a 1. So you actually, well, roll your. What's your base damage? What's your dice for it?
9.
No, how many? What dice do you roll?
1d10, 2d6, and 1d8 thunder.
I mean, so hypothetically, on 1d10, d6, and d8. I mean, roll the damage. You could hypothetically do enough on one attack to damage the bridge. So I won't say it's a wasted roll. You don't hit the 2 attacks in 1 turn, though.
That's fair enough. 2d6, and 1d8. Just for that.
I will also reference for you guys, sorry, I like better description of this bridge, because you can see it. There are multiple posts coming up along the water for this bridge. So it's about every 20 foot or so, there's a set of 2 of these posts coming up.
Alright, here we go.
It's like a pier kind of look to it.
6, 7, 4, 5. Hey.
Math. 6, 7, 4, 5.
4, 5, 6, 7.
22, 24 damage.
Yeah.
You claw into this post of the bridge, and you do manage to slash away at this one section of the posts, doing enough to badly damage it, and it doesn't seem able to rebuff this damage.
I think I'm just gonna start walking across.
Yeah,
the bridge.
Bosch is just walking across the bridge.
You guys
I'm just walking.
start walking.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone else, Jim, I'm going to say follows you guys and goes, "Okay, the
following.
bridge is dead."
And I'm just gonna walk now.
All right, Frog, are you
Sticking
coming?
with the party at least.
Sticking with everyone. All right, so carefully walking. You guys get a quarter of the way down the bridge and walk through the threshold.
Nothing happens.
Upon crossing the large bridge, you feel an eerie chill fills the air. You feel that little tingle goes down your spine. As a sinister cackle emanates from the wind, and a voice calls out. This ritual will reach its completion, and none of you will make it out alive. As you see behind you, the section of bridge you are on begins to rapidly decay and begin falling into the water. You also would see the air around you shifts as the water below turns a sickening purple bubbling color, now spewing a toxic mist into the air around you as it begins to make you cough and sputter, forcing you to hold your breath. As you're about 25 foot down this bridge,
I'd book it.
actually, sorry, they would wait till you're about halfway down. So this would be your 50 foot down the bridge.
Book it.
Book it.
Can I gust of
Back
wind
direction?
actually blow it all away?
I mean, you can.
So
Does gust of wind spell or
it's a spell, but it blows it all away like
so if
50
you
foot.
cast gust of wind, do you cast it?
Let me just double check what it does, if that's okay.
Yep. You guys start booking it.
Yeah, just
Yeah, I'm gonna dash.
book it.
I mean, so dash, Jim will follow suit.
Hypothetically, if I do use gust of wind to dispel, because it's like a 60-foot long wide thing, would it be
Yeah.
would we all be okay for those who can't hold our breath?
I mean,
You
I will
will-
say, I think everybody's just run out of the fog in one
Yeah.
turn.
You're like thinking and
You're
flipping
so,
around.
just
and with your constitution, you can hold your breath a while.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
I'll-
see, everyone basically holds their breath and runs off the bridge
I'll just go them.
while you're thinking about it.
Yeah, you're sitting there like, and we're like halfway gone.
Hey, where are you going? Oh, yeah.
You look around you, you see all of the water surrounding this shoreline, kind of still wetlandy shore area, but it goes into this like thick grassed pine forest. Seems to be some kind of small island in the middle of this.
Like a grove.
Yeah. But all of the waters turn this sickening purple color that almost stews and bubbles and lets off this
Definitely looks like a poison.
poisonous mist. You would also see a dark fog has begun to swirl around the dome Hanu had seen before and seems to have the same purple color to it.
Someone's really upset with us at this point, huh?
Everyone's getting Curse of Strahd flashbacks.
Yeah.
But you're across the bridge on this.
We don't see any cabins in the woods or anything yet.
No cabins in the wood yet.
No, not yet.
You do see woods.
I guess the only way out is to go forward.
Yeah,
Yep.
and the
Going.
amulet, is it still pinging us in the right direction, or is it stopped now that we're
So, I mean, do you
yeah?
spend the 10 minutes standing
Yeah,
around
for
for it? If you stand there 10 minutes, it directs you dead on into the forest.
Alright. It's
Only-
telling us to go this way.
Only way to go is forward at this
Yeah.
point now.
Who leads the way?
I guess I would, since I have the
I'm right behind him.
tracking beacon.
I guess I'll be right behind Hanu or Vosh,
Yeah.
whichever.
Alrighty. So, Hanu, as you make your way to the wood line, a branch from one of the trees lunges out towards you, attempting to bludgeon you.
Can I block it with the?
Well, so it's a bit of a surprise. Actually, we'd have advantage because you would not have been expecting this. Oh, well, yeah, no, you're doing a different thing. That would have gone. 19 to hit.
That misses.
Ooh, that 19 misses.
Yeah.
AC
I got
20.
20 with my
You got a shield.
But my turtle guy has 18
Yeah.
naturally.
Yeah. So you barely managed to pull up the shield, ping this branch off you as you all would see. As you rush forward, the trees begin to shift and stir,
Oh great!
ready to strike towards you.
Oh great! Animated
They're alive.
trees. This is like a bad episode.
The trees all seem to shift and move. What do you guys do? It's about 6 seconds to respond.
Do we just keep running, or we start blasting?
How many trees are out here? That's the
I mean,
problem.
we're in a forest.
This is a very densely
This is-
packed
This is
forest.
the living wood.
We're actually in the forest. This
Well, you're at the edge of the forest.
Yeah.
okay.
It's like right at the
And
end.
basically, as he attempted to enter, it goes to strike him.
Only thing I can think of.
Alright.
Should we burn it?
Sacred flame.
I could burn it with my flame strike, but it'd be wide.
Yeah.
I don't have anything fire.
You know what, guys? I think I'm going to try something new here. I'm going to use sacred flame.
Okay. You sacred flame the tree.
Yeah. It's just...
And then you can use gust of winds to blow the fire and spread the fire.
Actually, that sounds like a good idea.
So...
Well, sacred flame isn't exactly
It's
fire.
radiant.
It's not
It's not really
spreadable fire. It's
It's
like holy
radiant
fire.
flare. Yeah. Flame-like radiance descends on a creature you can see
Got
within range. Target must succeed a
Flame-like.
dexterity saving throw or
The
take
tree
1d.
is going to automatically fail the dexterity save.
So 1d8.
It'd be 2d because you're higher level.
Yeah. I need to find it.
And I could use gust of wind to blow the fire. Would that even work?
It's not actually fire.
But
It's fire like holy magic.
Yeah, it says
It's not like a fireball.
I got
flame-like
fire.
radiance.
I mean, just tell me what you guys are actually doing right now. Vosh,
I think at this point we might have to run.
radiantly hits a tree.
Yeah.
Can you just tell me
4
any,
damage.
any actual actions you guys are doing? So Vosh, from a couple steps behind, burns a tree a little bit.
Yep, 4 damage.
Any actions or anything from Zoltan? Not currently.
I can't think of anything.
I'm gonna hit fireball.
Frog,
Okay.
fireballs.
If that's fire, I can actually use gust of wind with that.
Oh yeah.
Jim disengages and steps back a little bit to watch the fireworks.
If he uses fireball, I'll use gust of wind to blow the fire around.
All right. I'm going to say just roll your fireball damage.
Finding all my d6.
It's a big, wide spell, buddy.
Yeah, step back a bit.
And gust of wind's a concentration, right?
Oh yeah, that would be much better. Okay, use that guy.
It's an action. Oh, it is a concentration spell, yeah.
Now for how long?
31.
For 1 minute.
31.
And it's a 60-foot
So-
wide thing.
You see, as you cast fireball into the woods, 2 to 3 of the trees nearby begin reeling and crying out an eerily high-pitched shriek as you see these tormented faces made of bark frowning reel out in a pierced shriek as Zoltan blasts this fire forwards and begins spreading it to the next ones down the line. You watch as the ones near you quickly go up into flames. The ones behind it start catching fire and again quickly go up into flames. They attempt patting themselves off, only spreading the fire around.
Did we just start a wildfire?
Trees in a 60-foot line where you've spread the fire are currently ablaze. So about the 30, or was it 40 initial foot? So you pushed it down the line a little bit. What do you do next?
I guess we run?
Start walking.
Keep going.
I mean, you walk through the charred trees for 40 foot. You're good for now.
Yeah.
Anyone want some more? Raise your hands.
You see,
Raise your limbs.
as
raise
you
your
call
branches.
this out, the trees around you, the ones that are still living, almost shift towards you, branches locked in at the sound of your voice.
Wait, it's reacting to our voices?
They are reacting to Jaster's taunts.
They're asking for more fire.
You still have gust of wind concentrated.
Yeah,
you
you can
move it.
You can keep pushing.
I can keep pushing it.
You keep just carving a line with fire is basically
Yes.
the question. So, with that, with the fireball and gust of wind, how long does it last though? It's
About a minute.
A minute. You gotta do the math. So basically, you can push it, probably only go.
It's like a 60-foot line.
60 feet long and 10 feet wide.
Yeah.
So a turn is, what do they say, 6 seconds? So
I'd say that probably get you a few hundred feet, or sorry, not a few hundred. Math. Sorry, bad math. You could go about That'd get you like 300 feet into the woods. Well, so basically, though, he'd have to push it in. It'd take a couple of turns for the trees in front of you to burn up and
Yeah.
for it to spread. It gets you about 300 feet into the wood lines of burning your way through safely. You are 300 feet in the woods with a trail of scorched trees behind you. What next? You see there are still live trees in front of you.
Do we see an inn? Or is it just woods?
Not
It's like that.
currently.
Is it really thick? It's still really thick? Okay.
Yes.
We can't fly.
Only thing I could think about would be also causing a call lightning and causing more storm.
Possibly we just be quiet.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we can
Telepathically.
just sneak.
We can try to sneak. It won't
Because they
be.
don't seem to be attacking us.
Well, they attacked you and you weren't talking.
That's true. Well, I did walk into it, you're right, yeah.
Smokey the Bear is somewhere saying, "Don't. Well, you can prevent forest fires."
No, I just love you
Only
guys.
we can
so
create them.
Sometimes when I design things, you know, there's like the way I think it'll go, and the things I think will hold you guys up, and those are never the ones that do.
I'm gonna call out
Gets more creative.
part the way so we can get through, or we'll burn you again. What do those things do?
They just you see just some of the branches shift towards the direction of your voice, but none of them seem to make a way for you.
I got this weird idea, guys.
I'm just gonna try to sneak through.
Didn't the mayor say that there's a bunch of people left?
Are you talking about these trees are actually all the people that left?
You
It's a
think
possibility.
they're the living woods, yeah, that's definitely.
They transmuted the bodies of the souls into
Yeah, do
trees.
they look like people or just look like trees with. Do they have a face?
Give me a perception check. What was your stealth, by the way?
I wanna.
22?
22. Yeah, so what do you do as you're sneaking?
Oh,
I'm just sort of sneaking
15.
close to the trees, see if they react.
So the ones near you do not seem to notice
Oh,
you as
nice.
you move stealthily.
20.
You got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
15.
For stealth?
No, that's perception.
Perception.
The
Perception. Sorry, who got 20s? Or you got a 15? Right?
15.
So with the 15 or higher, I would say you could see as you like peer close. These things do, if you look close enough, seem to have almost a mouth and eyes made of this bark that shift and move. And you'd see on a couple of them, they seem to move around on the placement of the tree, shifting
no.
along it. But they do peer towards you.
This is horrible.
They turned people into trees.
The more you look around, though, you see all the trees around you are watching you. You would see, though, they haven't seemed to spot Jaster creeping closer to them.
This is actually so horrible. No soul deserves this.
I don't like this.
Jaster, what do you do?
I hear him saying that, like, sneaking seems to work.
Is there any way we can,
Telepathically.
with my ideals, is there any way I can release the souls from this area or not?
Maybe after we kill
What
the witches.
ideas do you have?
Only thing I could think about would be prayer, unless greater restoration can work.
You gonna greater restoration every single one of these trees?
I can't do that to every single tree unless you want me to wait every gosh darn day.
Yeah. He had an answer for you.
I guess I'm gonna sneak. I'm gonna try to follow Jester's lead.
I mean,
So
roll
it's
for
stealth
stealth. I mean, are you guys going to all try and sneak? Because that would change between individual or group stealth roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to sneak because I mean, even though I feel like I kind of want to help these people, but it's kind of hard.
My character would probably want to help these people because this is horrible.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I
don't
would
like
say
it.
to you guys, I don't think there is helping these people. I mean,
With-
and first of all, we literally just burned.
I would say,
100 of
yeah,
them.
300 foot of trees.
Yeah, 300
There's
foot
about-
of trees.
Their souls have been released, though.
You don't know that.
I will say, you have heard every single time you've
They
burned one of
scream.
these trees, they let out like a piercing shriek of agony and then burn up.
It's very musical.
Yeah.
We sure we want these guys returning to the village after what we just did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we didn't know at first that they were that they were actually people.
I'm sure they'll accept
I think if you took that to court, it would still be manslaughter
Hey,
or
I only
tree
just
slaughter.
Worth mentioning, one of the trees did attempt to kill
It
you, was the
did. Yeah,
first
that's
thing
true,
it went
that's
to
true.
do.
Yeah,
Attack,
we were just
so
defense.
self-defense.
yeah.
He tried to-
Anyways, we burned him down.
I'm gonna try something.
Yeah?
Dispel magic.
On what? One of the trees in front of you?
Yeah.
It's on like a specific thing, though, or an area? Specific thing.
Check that.
I could try to remove curse on one of the trees.
You could.
I don't have any of that.
What-
Well, let Frug dispel resolve
It
first.
says
Who's doing
choose
it
any
first?
creature, object, or magical effect within range.
Creature, object, or magical effect within range.
Yeah.
So you cast it on a tree?
I'm wondering if I should do the magical effect thing. Yeah, let's try
I would say, like, if you're going for magical effect, I mean, so it would be individually.
Okay. Let's try it on a tree.
You try it on a tree.
Undamaged ones.
You watch as the tree shifts in appearance, as some kind of dark magic washes away from it, and it begins to stand stiff and firm as it returns to an ordinary pine tree.
Oh. These are just.
Trees.
They're just trees.
Transformed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Some
the souls
witch
of the
magic.
villagers.
Perhaps if we take some bark, we can disguise ourselves enough to get through.
Oh gosh.
Oh, we could have used the snake skin for this!
Oh, it's not tanned yet. It's not ready.
Yeah, that's gross.
We just keep sneaking.
This is gonna be really fucking funny in a minute. That's all I'm saying. Are you guys gonna do the group stealth?
I might as well
Yeah.
get into a bush.
Does anybody do anything to assist them sneak
Guidance.
Guidance.
for like a minute?
I rolled
You have
5.
guidance too?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys cast guidance on yourselves.
I got a 7.
Give someone a bardic.
You had already had the 20.
We have
I'll count
disadvantage.
that for
Wait,
you.
I have disadvantage on stealth, don't I?
You do.
Yeah,
you're in
you're
heavy
in
armor. I think yours doesn't impose disadvantage though. You're heavy armor.
Medium armor.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Oh no.
What was,
18.
what was yours?
That's what I was
That one!
No, that's
Lovely.
Alright, I have to.
I knew that was gonna. I had a bad feeling. I just want to roll again and see if I get another nat one. 4. It's fine.
3 plus. Well,
Jim
plus the
didn't
D4,
do too
right?
great either. You get a D4 added. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not an automatic failure on stealth.
The rogue
3.
didn't do good on it.
She,
Three plus-
she did good, not great.
Well, actually, hold on. That's
Not
7.
like-
That's 7
not
altogether
make up
for
for the
me.
nat 1.
Just
kind of
4.
thing.
That's in general.
4 total.
That's 7 altogether for me.
7 total. That's a fail. That's a fail.
Yep.
I got a 7 as well.
A 7. Another fail.
And then they 3 pass. So it's half and half.
Jim's was a
We can roll 50-50.
Plus 8, so 15. She succeeds. What was yours?
20.
Yours
Something
succeeds,
like that.
and 18 succeeds. So,
That's half.
I would say you guys do go for some time, but at a certain point, it would be that Zoldan, especially with the critical failure on that, I would say at a certain, because they failed by a lot too. Because you guys had, Jim had a just barely success. Yours was a little over. Jaster's the only one who really avoided the bulk of it. I would say as you get closer to the middle of this, you start to see a cabin in front of you. But as you do, maybe Zoldan lets out an aha! Zoldan!
No, I would actually. Zoldan's like trying to be creepy, but he falls.
Yeah. So you fall like right as you're getting towards this cabin. You alert
Probably right
some
on
of the
Vosh.
trees.
That would make
Um,
sense.
You guys, you fall into Vosh and hide. You guys make some noise, as you would receive a couple of attacks. I would say so. As far as it goes, for making your way through, you guys would each get 2 attacks against you. For Frug and Jim, who had higher, it would be 1 attack. Because you had quite high stealth, you remain undetected.
How many
Just a
attacks?
step ahead.
I will say that dodge is the last one. If you burn the slot for a misty step, to just avoid it.
It's actually a feat,
Oh, what the misty step?
but yeah. Fate,
Oh.
fate.
Oh, yeah,
So
you have
you
that.
burn your daily use one.
I'm gonna use one of my,
I can take a
try to
few
use one of
hits.
my bardic abilities.
I'm good too.
Spend a bardic and turn glamorous. 5 creatures in 60 foot get 5 temporary HP and can use their reaction to move without opportunity attacks.
Okay, so you're gonna like burn this to basically give them some shielding and help them move away.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
So like as you notice they all fall and are getting detected, you give this bonus to them to try and avoid it.
Yeah.
And what does that use? Just one of the
Uses
The
a
bardic.
bardic.
That's cool.
I'll say that'll save them 1 of the attacks each.
That's fine.
And you've got the 5 temp HP. Ooh, that's low. That is a 4.
Nope.
Plus a bonus. Well, that would be on. Well, all of you it's program anyways, but let me see. 1 is a 4. I'm missing something. It's only 11.
Still doesn't hit.
That's a 12. And down the line, 22.
That would.
Okay, one for Vosh again, as he's been the unlucky one on the adventuring. But you do have 5 temp HP, so you absorb the first 5 points. So it'd be 12, so 7 points of damage you'd actually take.
Okay, that's fine.
That's not bad.
As you all manage to rush your way out of the woods, this shimmering sparkle on you. As you make your way out of the wood line, you come out upon the back side of a wooden cabin. You see opposite of you a cobblestone road.
Oh. It was a road.
You would see.
We took the hard way.
You'd see this
I
cabin.
guess we didn't really even look.
You did not look in the slightest.
No.
We just burned everything.
You went straight through. I love
We make our own roads.
Actually,
here.
sorry. Sorry. The description was slightly off. My bad. You would actually be on the right side of a cabin. You'd see off to your left. There seems to be an opening in the trees that leads to a loosely cobblestoned road. You would see on this side where you are, there seems to be some kind of a small, decrepit-looking shed. You see out farther from you what seems to be like some kind of an outhouse. And you see, oddly enough, near this little cobblestone road, a young girl with black hair playing
Susie.
hopscotch in front of the house.
Susie.
It is Susie Evernight.
Oh no, I know what this is.
He's doing hand signs at me like it's Naruto. You can talk out of character. It's
Evil
fine.
Dead!
What?
You're just figuring that out now?
Oh, shut up!
I did say that last
I'm
time.
pretty sure we just.
Yeah, he
I
did.
very blatantly say, "Oh yeah, baby."
Yeah, we talked
Ca-
about the.
also,
the
when I described a cabin in the woods in Handi's vision,
Right?
Right?
Oh, yeah.
She's outside playing hopscotch.
Yeah.
Yep, she's there playing hopscotch.
Oh, great.
So, anyways, I think we should
5
start.
spells.
I think we should start blasting.
Well, let's confront the little girl first.
She's the apprentice of one of the witches.
Just because
She's already
apprentice.
tainted.
Well,
There is a way to restore her.
exactly.
Yeah, through death.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh gosh.
Did you just blast her already?
No, I haven't, but
Yet.
I'm about to. Unless you guys.
She's a little girl.
She's a girl,
Tommy does
dude.
not give a shit.
Fireball.
Jim.
What the heck, Liz?
Fireball. Yep.
Oh my goodness, here we go. My character's like, wait!
Well, he cast. He's rolling dice already. Gotta pull something up. Hang on.
Oh no. I'm tempted, but she's not an ally, so I can't do it.
I don't know.
32.
Well, what's the save?
Oh, sorry, dexterity.
Yeah.
Gotta look up those witch apprentices.
She's pretty good at dex saves. Does a 18 succeed?
Oh, wait. Want to double check that. Yeah, 18 saves. So 16.
So you watch as, seeing this attack fly forwards from the woods, you see she completely avoids the damage as she nimbly dodges out of the way of this attack.
Oh, dang. A monk? Or is that a real? Oh, that's real. Yeah.
Very, very similar to Jim's level of
Yeah.
dexterity. As she evades the attack and turns towards you. Oh, so you're all here.
The little girl.
The grown man. I've been waiting for you all.
Oh, goody.
Why?
Because Xena said you would all come.
What, are we invited for afternoon tea at this point?
Yeah, so you're gonna invite us in then?
You're welcome to come inside. Explore as much as you like.
I already have a bad feeling about this.
I'd really prefer if you refrain from shooting any more magic at me, though.
Dude.
Ideally.
What are you
Why are
doing
you
here?
listening to them? Why did you want to become their apprentice?
Because I'll get to learn to be like them, get great magical powers to augment my already fantastic skills as she swirls around a little silver dagger, very finely crafted.
Do you know what their magic...
I would probably recognize that dagger.
You do recognize the dagger from a description.
You do
Susie, you know you stole that from the Forge Master.
I did, and I've made great use of it.
You do realize their magic comes at a cost, don't you?
Most things
Oh,
do.
magic comes at a cost.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Only if you trade your soul away for it.
I mean, Frug literally has to pay sometimes.
I mean, you all have to have done something for the powers you have.
Yeah, I studied and worked hard.
I was born beautiful.
I didn't sell my soul for my magic.
I
I haven't
trained.
sold a soul either. I've just had to kill a few nobodies and do a couple of odd tasks.
Learn a bit about the astral and then you'll see the price there.
Well, that might be a little too advanced for me.
You might want to learn.
Vengeance calls.
That'll come in time. Vengeance for who?
The innocent lives you snuffed out. People who didn't deserve it.
What makes it to where they didn't deserve it? Why are they important?
Their own families, their own kin, their own beliefs.
Abandon your evil ways and I'll teach you. I'm an experienced teacher.
He is.
He knows what he does.
A wizard, not a witch.
Frog, give me a persuasion check with disadvantage?
Watch it get a nat 20. That'd be funny.
2 nat 20s
You
would need
have to get two.
with flat 0.
5. Technically 4.
Well, your magic, I mean, look at you. You're decrepit. It'd take forever to learn that. But then, they taught me I can get powerful right away. All it takes is the sacrifice of tens, dozens of people, and easy power.
You are sacrificing innocent lives and taking away their futures, their possibilities of what they could do, what could they good they could do.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm really indifferent about all of that.
My master. Can I hear my patrons cry for vengeance?
What's it? Yeah.
Tell me, little
No.
girl.
Dang it! I thought that would be
Are
perfect.
you gaining your magic through an entity? Or is it more of a druidic kind of magic?
Well, so far I haven't gained any magic.
Sounds like
Oh,
blood
but in
magic
time-
to me.
But where will you be getting it from?
From joining the coven, of course. There's,
But
funny
what's the
enough, been a
source?
new opening made for me.
Anu, didn't you say in that information that you got what they said that would possibly happen to her?
No,
Yeah,
just
yeah, you did.
very vague. May use her in the future. She.
Who's
If she may-
before that?
Yeah, she may survive.
Yeah, should she survive the ritual?
Sure, Sui's.
I'm pretty sure she's probably knows that.
They probably just planned to melt her down into one of their potions.
You know that
Are you,
they're
trying to convince her of that?
Yep.
Give me a deception check.
Deception. Alright.
Can I give him guidance?
Oh. No, because it would have been on the cuff.
I can give myself magical guidance.
You're redoing it?
Okay, that's sad.
Damn.
It went from a 2 to a 1.
I would say to her though, like they'll take.
They will. They won't double cross me like that. They've seen my potential, what I can do.
They've double crossed everybody. You think they wouldn't double cross you?
They had no deals with those riffraff.
I thought you didn't make any deals.
I've made agreements with them. They've promised to let me join their coven for doing their work. It's like a job, an apprenticeship.
Yeah, what if you don't think they'll toss you out like they've tossed everyone else out? Why do you think there has been no other apprentices until now?
A pocket
Well.
full of mumbles. Set your promises.
And how many of them are there right now?
Again, I had my skepticism, but there's a real clear opening in a, triumvirate at the moment. So I really like my odds.
We can make you 2 more openings. It'll be a fresh coven for you to start.
I think she let out like a little chuckle. Nice
yeah.
try,
You
but
can have your own.
I'm staying with.
Okay.
I'd have to learn some magic first.
Can we
Maybe a
please-
little later down.
Can we please put an end to this?
Telekinesis.
Yeah, you want to
Yeah.
kill her?
You go for telekinesis.
And I grab her.
You go to grab her, telekinesis. So she has a strength save, right?
Yep.
There's no more mercy here for me.
All right, I like this. +0 strength.
There's no more
It's a
mercy.
6.
She fails.
You lift her into the air.
Yes. 30 feet and older.
Ah! Unhand me.
Give it time.
All right. What do you do?
Gonna lift her another 30
Keep going
feet.
higher. She will make another strength save. 14. She fails.
You lift her up
She
60
gets,
feet.
she gets a turn every turn, right?
Yeah. Gonna move
7. Was it 19?
How far
to beat?
can you go?
up to 60 feet.
Oh.
Or no, sorry, 17 to beat the save.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm going to walk over and move her over the cobblestone brick there.
Yep.
And
She was already basically over it, but yeah.
bring her down.
Bring her down.
Hard.
Cool. That's 60. Does it do something specifically with telekinesis, or is it?
I'm gonna actually try to increase her momentum.
Let's say, what does telekinesis do? Does it let you do some kind of damage with it? So otherwise, it'll be just a flat fall.
It's about movement, so
Yeah. Let me see. So
rule is just a drop, and it's just a drop. Gonna try to add some momentum to it.
Yeah. I mean, it'll do as much as a fireball right away. 66. I will see if she. Well, she's being forced. I'd say she's just gonna take like the flat fall damage, but it's also the spell doesn't end yet.
That's
so.
right.
8 plus 12, 20, 23 points of bludgeoning damage as she gets yeeted from the sky.
Suppose we should probably roll initiative at this point.
Yeah, I'd say it's initiative now.
16.
Let me get a different book ready.
18.
Nat 1.
No, wait. Yeah.
He's a
There's the
turtle.
Honda.
There's the turtle.
Only in the important fights.
18 plus 4.
23, so. Alright.
So wait, what do you do?
A rolling initiative.
All right, let me roll my initiative too.
Let me roll hers. 19 plus bonus. That's pretty good.
Since I'm so low,
Which is convenient.
Okay,
Connor's
19.
at like 1, right?
yeah, I'm one.
18 plus 4.
I got a 19 now actually for that. That's actually good.
Hanu, I'm just putting bottom. What was yours? 19?
19.
Yours is
19.
but you're higher.
I got a 3.
Jaster at 19. So yours was 19 for Zoldan, but lower.
18 plus 4.
There is no more mercy here
22.
for me. Vengeance cries out for the victims.
Then what's Frogs?
I think it was 18.
18.
I was probably going to do.
Now let me get gems. I know
Did she
her.
take fall damage?
She
Oh,
did
yeah.
take fall damage.
How
and
much?
She's currently ground level. It was 23 points of fall damage.
And you're still holding it.
Yeah.
Now, and can you let me know what telekinesis does specifically?
It grabbed a hold of an object and moves it.
Okay, so it just moves her basically,
Yeah.
forcefully.
Yep. But
Alright.
she is restrained until she can make the save.
Restrained. Speed becomes 0. Benefits from that has advantage. Attack rolls against have advantage, and their attack rolls have disadvantage. Important. Very important.
I'm going to do something. If you can hold her still, I might be able to do this.
She doesn't make her save it. You know,
Certain
break the
gems was a
restraint.
9.
I'm going to do the Sacred Flame on her.
All right.
Much less.
Top of the round is her. When does she get to make the save? Is it start or end of the turn? That's relevant.
Good question.
Look it up real quick. Stop that, you. Don't need that.
Going good.
Ah! Still going. You're good. So, creature under the effect.
Okay, if you win the contest, you move the creature. Make an ability check with your cat, spellcasting ability contested by the creature's strength check. If you win the contest, you move the creature up to 30 feet in any direction, including upward, but not beyond the range of this spell until the end of the next turn. The creature is restrained in your telekinetic grip. A creature lifted upward is suspended in midair. On subsequent rounds, you can use your action to attempt to maintain your telekinetic grip on the creature by repeating the contest.
Okay, so it's a contest of you have to roll spell versus her.
Yeah.
Alright. So it's each turn. You have to attempt to move her.
Yeah.
But
Well,
then
she has
she
to save
continues to be
versus-
restrained.
Yeah, until she
Until.
can break the restraint.
So it's basically letting go of her while she's up in the air at that point, is what it
Yeah.
was. So you'd have to attempt to move her again for her to be restrained. Right?
But there's really no roll to move. She's just going to roll to break the
Yeah,
restraint.
but each turn. So now it's. But since you let her go and dropped her, she wouldn't be held by it.
Okay.
Because, yeah, otherwise it'd be moving her versus you just basically letting go and dropping her to the ground. Well, that does put her at the top of the round. I would say she wouldn't be restrained just because you just dumped her down.
Okay.
Goop that one. No, that one works.
Whatever works for gameplay.
Yeah. I think what I'll do, she is, as first one to go on first turn, going to attempt to assassinate. Frug, you are the onlyest target as she has been hit by mostly you by fireball and telekinesis.
Okay.
Let's see if the attack rolls dead. It's advantage because nobody else has attacked yet. Which makes it a 16 plus 6. A total of 22 to hit.
That hits.
No shield or anything will block it.
Runic Shield.
Okay, you cast or use Runic Shield.
Using a Runic Shield for Frug.
What does it do?
Let's see. You learn to invoke your magic to protect your allies when another creature you can see within 60 feet of you is hit by an attack roll. You can use your reaction to force the attacker to re-roll the d20 and use the new roll.
Alright. Re-roll. a 17 on a new roll.
That's a fail.
Alright. The first attack misses. You go for the second attack.
What is he trying to do? Assassinate?
Yes.
Yep. And I blocked the first one.
I might have to call lightning at this point.
I used my runic shield blocker.
I'm gonna have to use call lightning, and I'm gonna have to probably use it as a fourth level
It
spell
is
here.
still advantaged because that's on all attack rolls in the first turn. She throws the second one. This one is a 23.
It is a hit.
Alright. You're not surprised it's not a crit, so that's just the sneak attack damage.
Oh,
So she's like Jim.
yep.
Kind of. A little different, as she is a monster. A little monster.
She's being held in the air still, right?
No,
No,
she
she's on
got
the ground.
dumped down
Yeah,
to take the
he
fall damage.
threw her
Basically,
down.
pulled her up in the air for 2 turns, then dropped her.
Okay.
What's her base weapon damage? It is okay. So it's just 5d6 plus bonus. And other things. So you see she pulls a little dagger from her coat, well, 2 little daggers at this point, and chucks them towards Frug. The first one, Vosh manages to rebuff with his runic magic, but the second one connects, dealing 22 points of damage. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Plus 1, so 7.
For the con save?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
As Frug will also take more poison damage. Jeez. Make sure that works yet, because that's once a turn. Yeah.
Oh, right. I forgot to put this spell down. Let me actually put this down. I forgot about that.
Hold on. You take 25 more points of poison.
How much is that total?
I didn't hear the first
I
one.
want to say, I'm trying to remember the first one. I know it's somewhere around a 50 off one really beefy attack.
50. I thought it was more like 22.
The first and the second. The second
Oh,
one
yeah.
was 23 poison.
Oh,
The first was somewhere around 22. I
that's what I thought.
I think it's about. I think it's about 45. Total. That's. It might be wrong. But it's close enough.
Yeah, 45.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you feel this blade cuts into you and pretty accurately aimed, but you feel this one is laced with a powerful poison.
Okay. Okay.
That's a rough first one. Then it's Vash's go.
All right. If you're not gonna listen to reason, and I'm gonna sacred flame her.
Okay. She makes a dex save, right?
Yes. Yep. Dexterity saving throw.
That is a 13. Your save is 12, isn't it?
Where?
Yeah, pretty sure we.
It's 8 plus 4, because you don't have the bonus on wisdom.
Well, oh yeah.
So she dodges out of the way nimbly. Anything else? Any movement or anything like
Yeah,
that?
I'll move as close as I can get to her,
So
and
I'd say because she's doing the attack, she would have had to move within 60 foot of you.
all right, I'll get up to her, and I am going to attack her with my sword.
All right. So, well, you did your sacred flame.
Is that a
Or
bonus?
Yeah, I'm doing my
Sacred flame's an action.
It's an
yeah,
action.
I'm doing my
Action.
So
surge.
action surge to do
So
Oh,
she's.
okay.
I was going to say she would be about 60 feet away from you. So
yeah.
Can you get there?
Let's see,
Do you have
30
60
feet of
feet of
movement.
movement?
I have 30 feet of movement. But,
she'd be 30 foot away instead.
okay.
You have some at long range.
I do. I actually have my longbow. So I'll use my longbow then.
So action surge longbow.
Action surge longbow, and I will activate the fire rune that's on there.
What do you use for the fire to activate it?
So I'm looking for it right now.
Well, it's got the reaction factor. It's that.
You can. In addition, with when you hit a creature attack with an attack using a weapon, you can evoke the rune to summon fiery shackles. The target takes an extra 2d6 fire damage, and it must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained for a minute.
Okay.
To hit him first.
Yeah, I have to hit her.
So roll
yeah.
a hit first.
Yeah. Yeesh.
Nat 1.
Nat 1.
Arrow sails wide.
Dang it.
Should get another attack, don't you?
Yeah.
He does have multi or extra attack.
Extra attack. Do it again.
I know. I always say it wrong.
17.
17 plus bonuses will hit.
Yep. And then I do my longbow, which is
Should be D8 plus your strength.
D8 plus my strength, so it would be 3, so D8, D8, D8. Where in the heck's my D8? There it is.
She's like 60 feet away,
So
right?
that's
Yes.
Okay.
She had to get that close to you.
that's
For
a
her attack.
4 plus 3, right? Or 4
yes.
plus 7?
4 plus 2.
4 plus 3 then.
Yes. So 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage, and then
And then you're gonna pop the other thing.
yeah, the
So she makes a strength save.
strength save, and if she fails it, then it's 2d6 fire damage.
That is an 11.
11.
What's the save?
My strength save is
Now, what's the save for that ability? It'll have one calculated out.
target makes an egg.
It'll be on your rune knight features on what the save should be for it.
That's what I'm looking at right here.
Yeah.
Saving throw restraint. Or restraint. It does not.
And it's on there. We've had to look it up before. Let me see.
Fire rune.
I know, it's not on the fire rune, it's on the rune knight itself.
Chicken dinner.
It's got to think what the save is on it. It's a pain to find.
It's a strength save.
Well, yes, she's making a strength save versus your save, which will be on here. It is 8 plus proficiency bonus plus your con. So your rune knight save is what's 12 plus your con bonus?
12 plus my con.
Okay, 15. Your con bonus, not your con save.
Yeah. Plus.
Yeah. So that is 15 is your rune knight save. So you want to write that one down.
All
So
right.
you know, rune knight save is 15. She fails.
Okay. So then she takes the 2d6,
Yes.
and then
It
is
shackled.
and it's shackled and can't remove. So that's 4 and a 3.
All right. So she takes 7 more damage and is shackled to the ground by fiery chains.
Yep. And she will be taking. She'll have to.
Make strength saves.
Yep.
Yes.
So yeah, let's see. Okay. While restrained by shackles, the target takes 2d6 fire damage at the start of each of its turns. This target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, banishing the shackles on a success. So she is restrained; she cannot move,
Yes.
and she
Alright.
takes damage.
Yes. From there, Jasper.
Scorching ray.
Fire in the woods.
Yeah. Well, we're away from the woods a little bit now.
Fire and fire and fire and fire and fire.
Not great. Let's see. Those hit. 17 hit.
17 does hit. You have advantage on that though if you didn't. Did you roll with advantage? Advantage on each of those, sorry.
Oh, okay.
She's restrained.
Did not crit.
So, they still hit?
Yep.
All 3?
All 3.
Alrighty.
This is horrible.
I mean,
Why? She's bad.
only kind
Don't
of.
worry. I'm
You
much
got-
worse.
You guys were suspicious of her the entire time. Now that she's here and like, I'm a little bagger, you're like, wait, we'll save you. Like, no, she's bad.
There
Hey, I
may
just
be
restrained
some
her.
tendencies to this person. I was wondering if maybe you were going to pick up on.
20 damage.
20 points of damage.
She has been bad the entire time we've been here.
She's killed innocent people.
Yeah, she's killed her parents.
Remorselessly.
Yeah.
I was just like, I wanted to at least try to reason with her first.
Frug tried to convert her. I was on. That was a good plan. I was
Yeah.
like, but she's not very easy to convince on this. She takes 20 points of fire damage. There's these scorching rays blast her.
How's she looking now?
Badly bloodied and burned.
Give up while you still can.
Yes.
This is your last chance.
You notice as she's being burned, no cries of pain or anything as she's being scorched.
I don't think this is actually bad.
Well, I tried. Oh well. Kill her.
From Zoldan to Frug.
How many large rocks or trees
Wait,
lying
I
around?
wait. What?
He didn't go.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. My bad. It is Zoldan.
Oh.
My bad. It was in between. Sorry, I saw the 19
There's
and
no
19
cries
next
of
to each
pain
other.
from this individual.
She's not crying out in pain or anything.
Am I able to use my pet free action to like look and see if there's something wrong?
Are you trying to do like insight on her?
Yeah.
She's a witch.
I mean,
If it's an
you could-
illusion,
you could
remember.
do an insight check.
It's a free action, or
Yeah, you could just do. I mean, a bonus action insight check.
okay.
You're trying to.
I know she's evil. Don't get me wrong, but I also want to see if there's something weird going on here.
We just walked through woods that were living people.
8
It's all
plus
been
8,
pretty
16.
weird.
I mean, you would see as you're like eyeing her up and down. She seems to be injured. You see parts of her body are charred and scorched, but her face looks at you all cold and unfeeling. The only thing you see is a glint of a smile at the thought of killing you.
Okay, yeah, then there's no choice. I thought she was going to be a sacrifice or something.
I mean, she was going to be sacrificed. I think that this is probably like an illusion of some type, but we'll see.
Alright, so what do you do?
Well, if she is going to be a sacrifice, that's a bad thing.
I mean, if we kill her before she becomes a sacrifice,
You
it
did
might not be.
also just see she hit Frug with a dagger that seems to have nearly killed him.
I know that.
Just side points for any moral dilemmas here.
I'm not having any moral dilemmas.
Frug is like coughing up blood over there, right?
And I can't, like, go in. I can't. She's 60 feet away, right?
About that.
Yeah, she's 60.
She's
She's
60
60
feet
feet
away.
away, but she is restrained.
All right, so I'm
She's
going to
not
call.
going
I'm going to
anywhere
call
right now.
lightning then. 'Cause
Okay. I'm sorry, he's breaking me. It goes from moral dilemma.
I'm not
is-
trying to be moral
is there
dilemma.
something wrong with her? Okay, anyways, lightning strike.
I'm not trying to be moral dilemma. I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, my brain's going like, is she a sacrifice? Because if we kill her as well, don't get me wrong, she deserves that. But if we also might fall into the witch's trap or plan.
Distinct possibilities. So lightning strikes down on her. What kind of save does she make?
A dexterity saving throw.
That's a wild one. She has
But I'm also
disadvantage on
using
it now,
channel
though.
divinity, so it'll do max damage.
Oh my gosh!
full blown murder now.
Well,
I just
see,
wanted to
see
restrain
if she
her.
succeeds to save first, because that matters. Before you burn your channel divinity, she will fail because it's only a 6.
So-
she has disadvantage from being
So yeah, I was using channel divinity with all my full force.
Yep. What's call lightning's max damage?
Since I was planning to do it at 4th level, it was going to be 40.
40's max damage. You watch as full movie scene, right? She's held there with fiery chains, pulling back on them, glaring towards you. She lets out one last, "I'll kill you all," as lightning calls down from the sky, jolts through her, convulsing. You see skeleton and char as she slumps to the ground, dead.
Good riddance.
Her body's still there, nothing looks weird about it.
The body's bare and charred badly.
I'm gonna pick
She
it up
is
and bring it
freaking
to me.
Huh?
I'm gonna pick it up.
You pick it up and bring it to you. All right.
Search the body.
You see charred robes very ornate silver dagger. That does seem to have one thing that's off about it from the rest of it. It does seem to have a symbol that doesn't match the rest of them. It's been carved into the hilt. It's the symbol of the witches.
Okay.
It has been like crudely etched into the blade, where it's otherwise fine craftsmanship.
I need to return that to the blacksmith when we get back.
I think it.
Damage good stuff, so.
I think at
You
this
would-
point, should we take the body back too?
You would
Where are we
also
gonna bring it back to? Her parents are dead.
you would
her
also
parents are dead.
find
She
there
killed her.
are-
Brother
Killed her
Magnus.
parents.
You say you would also find there are potent poisons on the body. 2 vials of
Burner, I
potent
guess.
poison.
Cool.
We can worry about that when we finish the cabin.
The potent poisons deal, funny enough, 7d6 of poison damage.
Oh goodness gracious!
That's what Frug just took to the chest.
How are you on that?
If let's just say if Frug was out of crap 69 max HP, he's somewhere around 24.
Oh, yeah.
What was it? 76?
7d6. And they're basically the 1 dose would be each vial, so it's 2 doses of this poison.
Cool.
So you guys have before you right now, there's this cabin. You see there is a light emanating from inside that seems to flicker like coming from fireplace inside.
Should we go inside?
You are next to a shed, which seems like small, maybe 10 by 10 shed, and there is what seems to be an outhouse on the far side of the building.
I would open up the door to the house.
You want the house to
We
open up
should
the
knock
door?
first, or did he?
The
No, they probably over
healing
here.
potions do.
Yeah, I think
Can't
that.
remember.
The healing potion should be a D10 plus
I can heal you.
10
D10
plus
or-
2d6.
I can heal you,
10
man.
plus 2d6.
I'll save your spell slots.
It's got 18 health back.
I have a feeling.
You want to go up to the house?
Yep, I'm just gonna open up the door.
Bosh, anything you guys are going for?
I want to look in the shed.
Alright, so you check the shed.
I'm gonna peek in.
You would get there closer is what I'm asking. So you walk up to the shed. As you open up the shed, you see a series of gardening tools. You see buckets, rakes, shovels, an old woodsman's axe, and a strange device.
Strange device.
Get up.
Oh,
Oh no! Oh no!
I saw
Come
it.
For
on!
our viewers, he has found a chainsaw.
A Texas chainsaw.
Or what's the main guy's name?
You see, there is a name etched onto the
Oh, it
chainsaw.
says that. Yeah.
It says Ash.
I'm gonna go inside the
Powerful.
I'm
garden
going inside
tool.
the house.
I was already at the door.
Just because
I'm
it's
opening
funny,
it
do you
up.
want to read the
I'm going
description
behind
for
it.
it?
It says a powerful gardening tool left behind by heroes of the past. This tool presents the capability to rip and tear through most obstacles.
I got the perfect use for that.
For the body? What do you want to use it for?
Chainsaw.
What do you want to use it for?
Well, I'm missing an arm.
Oh fuck! I always forget you missed an arm. Yeah.
Wait,
can we
he
do
asked
that?
You would see
Turning him into a
It's
there
not
wizard.
like
there
a-
seems to be it seems to be
Perfectly for
perfectly
him.
a perfect fit to where Frug's missing arm is.
Oh my
Now, I would
god!
say this chainsaw would
Goodness
require
gracious.
attunement as it is a magical item. I will also
Yeah,
say
I'll let you do that.
you can ignore the part that says to make an intelligence save before using it for the first time. So are you equipping that as a?
Wait, he actually
Spare
doesn't
arm?
have an arm.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah,
but
Frug's
like-
missing an arm. He's
When he
missing an arm.
got in the fight with the.
I've been
No.
missing an arm since the very beginning.
Well, since the
Never
very
done it
beginning.
with
He's
not-
only ever had one arm.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
You gotta take some notes, my friend.
I do.
Or
So
you need to
if you're
re-listen to those.
if you're equipping that to your arm, basically short rest, you could have it attached and attuned.
I'm gonna go inside with him.
I will also spoil a thing for because it probably won't come up now, but there was a note on that where you have to make an intelligence save the first time you attempt to use it.
Like so you attack your friends.
No, you screw up, you cut your own arm
Oh,
off.
you cut your own arm.
You cut off one of your hands
Yeah.
specifically. That was the. If you don't get a high of intelligence save, you have actually cut your hand off. So
That would have probably.
Which-
That's good. Good thing they didn't give it to the.
conveniently slots in here.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
exactly.
Yeah.
Destiny.
Frug has a chainsaw arm now. This is now canon. And Vosh hasn't even seen this. Vosh and Zoltan went to the cabin while Hanu and Frug were at the shed. Where are you?
I'll continue and let's go with Hanu to the cabin.
Oh, well, Hanu went to
Or
the shed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're watching, Hanu comes back with that, Frog's like, oh, sweet, straps it on. As you guys look inside the cabin, inside the cabin, you would see, it looks rather simple on the inside. You see a large rug covers the middle of the floor, this dark mossy green, illuminated by a roaring fireplace. The furnishings consist of a dusty old, albeit comfy looking couch, a couple of old wooden chairs, and a small table.
I'd like to go to the small table, investigate it.
I mean, the table's wooden, a bit rickety and old, coated with
Nothing
dust.
out of the ordinary.
Nothing too crazy there. Except you would see there is a sketchbook and some pieces of charcoal on the table.
I'd like to investigate this.
Yeah, as you skim through and look through the notebook, you see a series of childlike drawings. Images of people, images of the effigies that you've seen in the woods, the symbols, similar to the one on Hanu's book. And you would see what the most recently drawn thing in there is. It seems to be a drawing of some kind of a notebook that seems to have a human-like face.
Oh no! Would my character know anything about that? Or
Has he watched Evil Dead?
no? No, but him being a religious person,
You could give me a religion check. It is a pretty high one.
I will give myself
Guidance?
guidance. Yes.
All right, so D20 plus D4.
Actually,
on
I would like to
religion.
call him over. Hey, Vosh, can you?
What?
If I call him over, would that give me advantage?
Asking for help.
I'm going to say, new cleric, probably not.
Okay, then. Okay, then.
It's a like Zoldan history one because you're a cleric. I'm letting you
14
make it.
plus 5 is a 19, so
14 plus 5 is 19.
so guidance.
D4.
Man,
3, so 22.
it's really good. You added guidance to that. See, or the check was 20 or higher.
Yeah, so it's
You're
22.
not too much higher over. So, you would recognize this book as something. This is you would have heard about at the temple of old stories, right? Stories of ancient evils, and you would recognize this as a Necronomicon.
My
a
character-
Book of the Dead.
My character would immediately be like, "You have got to be kidding me. How in the heck do they have this?"
I mean,
What's going on?
currently you're holding a drawing of the book.
Yeah. No, okay, then let me
Yeah,
rephrase that. Like,
Probably looking.
no, you've got to be kidding me. How in the heck do they know about this?
What are you talking about? What's going on, Zoltan?
Shows the images. This.
You have no idea what it is, but it
I
looks
have
like
no
a book
idea.
with a face.
It looks like a child's drawing. Very messed up one.
Child's drawing, yes. But that drawing is horrible.
I'd
But
say, are you guys catching up at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about time.
this drawing right here is a drawing of the Necronomicon.
The Necronomicon?
The Book of the Dead. It's an evil book. A very evil book.
Ex Mortis.
The Necronomicon Ex Mortis. Basically the Book of the Dead made... Do we know about it? Like,
I would say, so you would know basically surface level
it's made
Book
in
of
human
the
flesh.
Dead, evil, used for necromancy, but that is surface level all you would know about.
Basically used for necromancy. There's only very legends about this dang thing.
I never
As-
thought of doing that with a face.
As, as they come in and you see Frug bursting in, boots to the door, chainsaw for an arm.
Like, Frug, what in the heck did you do to yourself?
Got a prosthetic.
Goodness gracious.
And
That's
that,
nice. Awesome.
as you guys make it into the cabin, that is where we'll have to leave off for this time. Till next time.
See ya.
Bye.